8. Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that
H A H A.
Hola, soy Dora. Can you say puedes hacerme un sandwich? That means can you make me a sandwich in Spanish?
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
One of the wildest species ever to stalk this planet was the human animal. Wild and cunning enough to discover the essence of animal attraction, a scent that turned fear into fascination. Now Cody has bottled this primal essence. Wild musk oil for her, Cody musk cologne for him. One touch bears 1,000 quivers. Cody Wild Musk. Use it before you stalk.
So,
Well, I don't know what to do. Like, we don't have to.
the ratings are.
I'm already regretting that we're doing this.
Oh, I thought you were enjoying it. Okay, no, I'll take it off. It's your show.
Yeah, I'm already like regretting that. Yeah, that we were
very happy watching yourself.
No.
It's like a monkey in a mirror.
Oh, look who's laughing now! Finally, I never heard you laugh before. He was impressed. He was informed. Jesus Christ! Oh,
That's the line of the day, Bobby Fran.
I don't don't need this shit, man. My special comes out tomorrow.
This is your show.
What the fuck?
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Are you ready? Who's ready for Wednesday? It doesn't matter if you're ready or not. It's coming. We're here. It's Wednesday. It is BF Live. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Wednesday. Like I said, ready or not, here it comes. You can't hide. It is Wednesday. What's good in the Streamshow hood, everybody? It's your boy BF Buffalo Bobby Fran here on a Wednesday. Assemble midday and midweek freaks. That's right. You know what's up. We're just getting the midweek started off right here early in the day. What are you doing? It's 12 noon here on the East Coast of the United States. Middle of the week, middle of the day. And I couldn't be any happier than to be spending the next 3 hours with you guys. What are you doing for the next 3 hours? I hope nothing. I hope you're going to say you're hanging out with BF Live. We got a lot of fun stuff we're going to get to. We're going to just see how the show rolls out. You know, I got the news. I have soulful horoscopes. I got plenty of fun stuff we can talk about. We're going to talk about the best arrest and best felony arrest, best arrest that you ever possibly could see in your life with Aaron Imholt. We're going to get into all that stuff. We're going to watch Doom's video of his arraignment. We're going to get into all that kind of Dabbleverse stuff because that guy is like chef's kiss delusional. So we're going to touch on all that stuff. We're going to talk about friends old and new, and I'm going to bring in friends old and new. So let's start. Let's bring him in. He's the guy with all the hair, and he don't care. It's my bro, you know. It's Scott Fitzpatrick, the prop master.
Booyah!
Got the underwear taker look going today, buddy.
I still ain't got my hat back yet.
You got more than one hat, though, don't you, buddy?
Well, I'm not currently at my location. I brought one hat with me.
You're at your undisclosed location, hatless.
Yes.
Well, it's okay. You know, you got that great mane of hair, and you make all the ladies jealous, buddy. So, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm squeezing in 5,000 steps to get my morning walk.
I'm telling you, boy, I get my exercise in watching you get your exercise in on all those shorts, man. Like, no two are the same, buddy. You're out there. How many walks are you going for a day at this point?
Well, see, I do 10,000 steps, and if you can, I break them usually because of the podcast. I break them into like sets of 2 or 3. So I'll do
like that.
Either 3 to 5,000.
I like that.
Break them up.
So you know by songs. Like I'll walk for 3 songs, 5 songs, 10 songs.
Yep, I pretty much got it down with the songs. Yep.
Good
Gotta
shit,
have
man.
tunes.
Yeah, tunes help, man. I got tunes and everything. Are you like I even like music when I take a shower? And are you that kind of guy, or can you go without it for the shower, or what?
Right. I can go out with the shower, but I like to have the music though. I'll have it playing on my phone or something.
Yeah, I used to be like a radio in the bathroom guy. Any kind of radio. I had a boom box up, a nicer kind of a room boom box for a while in my bathroom. And lately I've taken just to like having my phone playing in there. So I like some music in the shower. I like music with pretty much anything I do, working and all that kind of stuff, walking. Well, I'm glad you're here. In shape, Scott Fitzpatrick, looking good with your full mane of hair. But this other guy's looking good backstage too. He's trying to take his place as the new Duke of the Dabbleverse. I don't know if it's sticking, but we'll check with him. Man. He is the bro, you know, my friend and yours from the Great White North. Let's say hello to Bobby Nick Havens.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, buddy? How you doing today, man?
Not too bad. It's very cool today. Very cool.
Wow, you just told us the other day how incredibly hot it was. Like it was up in the 90s, and you said that was in Fahrenheit numbers too, right?
Yeah. Today
Wow.
it's in the 50s, and but it's going to return to the 90s.
Wow.
By the
You're
end
getting
of the
that
week.
we're getting that yin yang weather because
Yeah,
it
it's
is
like-
fall, so it doesn't know whether to be summer anymore or fall anymore. You know, we're all moving into the next stage, buddy. So it's
Yeah.
all going to hit us at different times. So let me ask you, I always like asking you, how many shows have you been on today already?
Just one before this. I was on Lou and Joey C's morning show.
Shout out to Lou and Joey C. All right, very good. Well, that's cool. I know you're always hanging out, and I'm glad that you always come and hang out on BF Live and make it a part of your day, my friend.
Oh,
And
yeah.
put me in- So I got 40. I see there's at least 44 comments piled up since the last time I clicked on it. So why don't we do this? We're going to get into all this fun stuff today. We're going to get in the other news. We're going to get into the best arrest by the best potential felon ever, Aaron Imholt. I mean, it was the greatest experience ever if you listen to him. We're going to touch on all that. We're going to watch the arraignment. We're going to watch his reaction to the arraignment. But first, I'm going to put my goggles on. I'm going to look for my element and start it off. And we're going to get into the opening chat family check-in because this is when everybody's going to tell me what they're up to today, guys. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Let's do it. The opening chat family check-in on BF Live, Stream Show 140.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, talk amongst yourself, but don't forget your boy BF here. Let's go right to the top here. I see they're up to 67 now, so they're piling up. Please don't forget your boy BF. Like, share, subscribe, super chat if you can. Give me Bezos checks in and says, "Yay! I have one more day of not having to adult." Well, give me Bezos. I guess I'm torn like you are. You know, I'm glad that you are on the better side health-wise, but I'm sorry that you won't be like part of the regular kind of rhythm of the show and all. But I trust that you're going to hang on and watch or listen in the best way you can. Put us in your earbud or whatever, but don't lose track of BF Live, our friend. Hoya, gimme, H-I-G-H from the Mandy Diff checks in.
Hoya.
Oh, Hoya. Simple. I like that understated Hoya, just a simple Hoya.
Well, I don't know how Mandy Diff feels about me. She's laid a
Uh-oh.
threat down on me about the whole Tiffany Power Hour thing, and kind of think she's going to unsubscribe. No kind of.
Oh boy, she's not liking the teasing nature of the relationship that you're having with Tiffany.
I guess not.
Oh
Well,
boy.
she did say she loves us all, though. She did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, hopefully, Mandy Diff will see through it for what it is. I think it's just a good nature, kind of
get through
brotherly and sisterly kind of torture.
Yeah.
You know, that can be fun on some of these shows.
We'll get through it.
You'll get through it. I
Family.
trust that you will. Hola, Mandy from our friend Gimme Bezos. Mandy Diff says, Captain Nick, BF, Live, and Scott, Captain Nick. I'm still tripping on that.
I need to get a captain's hat.
I think you do. Oh my God, you would be totally like a Captain and Tennille looking bro. That would be awesome. Bobby Nick in a captain's hat. I need to see that in my life. I didn't know till just now, but I need to see that, Bobby
Yep.
Nick. Hoya from our friend Psych. Oh boy, Psych.
Psych.
You know we always got the fresh content from Psych Labs coming. So I think what we'll do, since there's another fresh one that he's always got ready from his great Miserable Men collection, I think what we'll do is that we'll do the BF Live other news, and I'll tag it right on the end where we'll make it a moment in miserable news history, and we will play Bob Levy doing the news from Miserable Men from back in the day, from 2007. Thank you, Psych Labs. Two Joints checks in and says, "Gimme Bezos, bones up." 666 and bones up to all my PCL family in here. Hoya from my lovely sister Kathy checking in. It's Wednesday. It's that day of your vacation, Kath. So make sure you're getting the most of it. Get out on the beach, do your thing, and you get the kiss and hello, Tina. Enjoy that vacation. Psych, Mandy Diff. Good morning from Two Joints. Mandy Diff says Hoya to Psych. Two Joints says Kathy Linder, and a Hoya to you.
Can I get a Hoya? Get a Hoya. Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
You got the Hoya. Two Joints gets the Hoya from Mandy Diff. I want to shout out my friend Jukebox Ginger for checking in on Facebook. Thank you for the thumbs up, buddy. I see that you played one of our shows when I hung out with you and Vinny Green. You can check out Jukebox Ginger, JG's Lounge. He's right here on Facebook too. Excuse me, he's not on Facebook. That's why I saw it. He's on YouTube and Facebook as well. Good day, Two Joints from my sister, Kathy. Mandy Diff says, Jesus is my friend too. And this song sucks. Wait a minute. Well, that's kind of the idea. It's supposed to be so good it sucks, or it sucks so good, or something like that. Jesus is a friend of mine too, and this song sucks. Thank you, Mandy Diff. Two Joint says, Jesus is this coffee ever good. I have a friend in coffee. Two Joints has a friend in coffee. Some people have a friend in Jesus. Hoya Kathy from Mandy Diff. Yes, Mandy, right back from Kathy Linder. You're fried and host BF. Wait a minute. I resemble that remark. Am I that Chinese? I got my glasses on. I did take one little pregame toke, but yeah, man, I don't know. BF Chong don't appear too much. BF Chang doesn't appear too much on the day show. Marijuana is allowed. Two Joints knows the policy here on BF Live. We don't judge right here. You do you. Wild Elon Musk. Yeah. Guys, you remember those Cody Musk for Men commercials, Bobby, Nick, and Scott? Do you remember that one?
I don't know.
I think I do.
Yeah. I kind of remember that one from back in the day. Not Wild Elon Musk, simply Musk for Men. I can't make it today.
Maybe.
Have a great show or whatever. Wait a minute. That's what Jake said. What is that?
I forgot I wrote that.
Oh, damn. What is that? 12 O's? Oh, what the fuck?
Well, obviously it wasn't true. You lied, Scott. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Equal Pineapple checks in. It says, have a great stream, Bobby. Thank you, Equal Pineapple, for checking in. Kiki was like, hey, aren't you? Yeah, Kiki was like, hey, don't you? Whatever. That's right. Scott Buddy, Bone Main from Two Joints. Getting the bones up from Two Joints there, Scott.
Bones, joints.
Yeah, let's go. All right, there you got the double horns right back. Oh, there's Kathy yelling. She's yelling for Scott. There you go. Ray
Kathy.
DeVito is a russet. Yeah, that was Ray and Cardiff Electric. That was such a fun time in that opening liftoff reel when I just happened to be watching and Ray was watching himself, and I couldn't help but think it was like those monkeys when they're in the mirror and they're like, they're like, they don't know what they're seeing and shit. So funny, great classic moment. Corn checks in, guys. Look, it's Corn. Let's give it to him. Corn Diff Morning. I saw that they were considering rating Corn Diff show last night, Bobby, Nick, and Scott.
Really?
We discussed last night that last on the Shuli Network, they were rating shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing ratings.
Similar to what we used to do. Oops, sorry.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So go ahead, Scott. You can explain that. Like, we would hang out on No Filter, and what would we do sometimes?
It's pretty much the same thing. We just had different names. It was like a friendly snipe, and our chat would go over there and not raise too much hell, but raise a little hell.
Yeah, we tell the chat to go over there.
Yes, and we would put no filter puns or hashtag no filter puns, and we would say this person has no filter, or that person. It seems like that person has no filter. So it was a lot of fun, and so I saw them doing some raids last night. I know they were considering. They were watching you guys, right? No Filter. You were on last night.
They were.
Yeah.
They were watching. They were mentioned. Well, Shuli mentioned Andrew.
Yeah, let's watch a little clip of this. Thanks for submitting this, guys, for Scott. But let's watch a little clip of this.
Yeah, he says it in the thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's watch this little clip. Let me know right away you're getting the sound or not, because I'm sharing this through Facebook Messenger, because you guys sent it to me this morning. But here, this is Shuli and Bob and Mike talking about the raids they were doing last night. I participated in some of them. We went to the channels, and the reactions were funny because these people were like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, normally I only have 3 people in here, and now I have 112 or whatever the number was, guys. It was funny. They had that. Did you see? They had a Pokemon guy that was like opening Pokemon stuff live on air or something.
It reminded me of some of the, because I was kind of like what Frog did. His part was I'd go out and kind of find a couple of them and I'd play with them a little bit myself to see if they're going to be able to take a snipe from us. and that's how we do them. And I missed doing that.
Yeah, the mixed reactions were funny because some of them took to it okay, but most of them were quite, they were kind of shocked too. They were like, we don't know how to act. It kind of stopped them from doing their show and their tracks because they had so many people in there. And then other people were like, this is why you need mods. I told you were going to need mods. So let's watch this. Go ahead, buddy.
I tried to walk away with friends afterwards. I mean, that's pretty much what we did.
Right. Yes, and I think they very much did too. They're just trying to really boost these channels, get their subs up, get their views up, and have a little fun in the meantime. No harm, no foul. But let's watch this video because they're going to talk about kind of what they did in their thought process last night. You got that audio?
Yep.
Shuli laughing.
Welcome to the raid. For those of you who are not tier 2 members, maybe you're not familiar with this show, but this is where we look for small streams that are on YouTube, people that are live, and we feel them out. What I think the way we'll do it tonight is maybe Frog goes in first, makes contact. Hear about this. We come up with the first chat that Frog has to send. By we, I mean us three, the chat. And then once we make contact, he will decipher whether or not we should raid. And then we raid. And we join the show and we see if they can hang with the raid with all of you. And you guys aren't being dicks. Don't get me wrong. We're there to, have fun, bust a little balls. But these people, a lot of them have very small viewership. So just a pump up in that number. Plus, if they're monetized, if they get super.
Wait, hold on a second, honey. Hold on a second. Let me put you on mute for a second. Honey, set up Levyverse right now.
Bob was trying to get his channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Conti and Kenny are on.
They are. Oh my God! I forgot.
And I love those
guys.
guys.
Killing my ratings, motherfuckers. They're killing me.
I love these guys, but God damn it, I ain't gonna lie. They fit the criteria of shows we would raid based on the numbers.
You want to raid them?
I don't know. You know who else is out there is my old sports guy, Andrew.
Yeah. Come on, Andrew. Here we go. Now we're getting into it.
From the shoes team from back in the day, and he's got a show on. There's 14 people watching it. I swear to you, there's more people on the show than are watching.
Oh, wow.
It looks like he's been taken hostage. But Frog has scoured the YouTube.
Andrew's a nice guy. I was listening to him today.
I love Andrew.
I love him. I hear words here and there. I can't keep up with him. He's way wordy than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bob can't keep up with Andrew,
No,
guys.
he's got an opinion and he wants to let you know. So Froggy, what? Well, hold on real quick.
And there you go. Thanks for sending me that, Scott.
Thanks for playing it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So Scott's got the Sports Heads logo back up. That's kind of where we all started with, me and Andrew started doing Sports Heads after we were on our first podcast. We did Sports Heads for a while. Shuli discovered Andrew and us and brought us over there for a minute, where we're going to try to do another one Saturday. So look for us this Saturday in the morning, probably 12 p.m. East. We're going to try to get into one. Let's get back into the chat family check-in because Court of Morning from our friend Two Joints. Two Joints says, morning, BF, Bobby, brother. Good morning, brother. How you doing? And Mandy Diff, win for the toe. Boy, we're going to look at this. Everything is a win for the toe. We're going to watch these videos, and I'll let you determine if it's a win for the toe. But there ain't too much that he can't try to spin into a win for the toe. Mandy Diff is laughing. Scott Hoya, you're getting the love from Mandy Diff.
Hoya! Oh,
there you go. Scott, staff on screen. No, that's not. No. Can you take me higher? No, wrong Scott. Two Joints is getting love from our friend Psych checking in. Hey, cuck buddy. Whoa, cake buddy. Corn Diff, were you on Tukey Soup last night? Psych is asking. Psych buddy from our friend Two Joints. Mandy Diff says, I won't stop tagging YouTube on Cardiff about time for another post. I want my whole family in one spot. Mandy Diff is pissed.
She is.
She's like F YouTube. She's mad that her Cardiff got kicked off YouTube and is on to Rumble right now. And the next link in my chat will let you know that. If you aren't aware of it, you want to go over, subscribe over there. He's building up a little following over there, but it's going to be a new kind of adventure for Cardiff Electric the Potato. Go subscribe to him over there on Rumble. Bobby Nick, Canadian brother from Two Joints.
Two Joints.
Let's see. Corn getting all the love from Mandy Diff and the hearts. Mandy Diff says, what's an AI program I can use for what the guys use for the t-shirts? I just want to create a new profile pic. There's so much AI out there, Mandy. If you have like Google based stuff, I use like the simple Gemini. Like I think that's their AI, Bobby. Nick, what kind of AI you use, buddy, for pictures? Do you want to tell people?
I don't really do any AI for pictures that I put out there.
Yeah, you're more of an audio AI guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I use that Gemini program, but yeah, there's a couple of them out there, Mandy Diff. They're not really too hard to find if you do like AI photos or something like that. A lot of people are often like basic AI. Mandy Diff says that can be downloaded on a cell phone, the AI program. Yeah, if you go to your store, your app store or something, you'll find something easy as shit, I'm sure. Or just try to use Gemini from Google. Mandy, a Perry head is a massive bowl of chili shirt. Mandy Diff is laughing. It's a bit. Where has Dave Daffler been? I don't know. I guess he don't love the old BF Live no more. He's busy. He's got a weird time. I don't know. I haven't talked to Dave in a bit. I did send him greetings over like the weekend, like last Friday, and that was kind of it. But shout out Dave Daffler. I'm Team Scott, says Psych. Uh-oh.
Right up, man. Psych.
We got Team Tiff and we got Team Scott. So I guess Psych is putting him down in the Team Scott column right there.
Whoa! I just noticed something.
Yeah.
Scott had a Scott.
Yeah, I got
had
a soda.
Toady.
Uh-oh. Come on, he's walking and he deserves it, Bobby Nick.
I walked to get it. 5,000 steps to get this.
He did.
So Scott, is that where you're at
with you, Scott?
Is that where you're at with your brain right now? Like if I drink this soda, it's going to cost me this many steps, right?
Yeah. I walked to get it and
then walk
the
to
only
burn it
thing
off.
is yeah, but you got to remain disciplined and not buy like 5 at a time. You know what I mean? That's what.
There you
my
go.
problem.
That's right. With all the walking I seen you, brother, I think you can tolerate one. Hopefully, you can treat yourself with one. Mandy, you're passive aggressive.
Treat myself. Why
That's
not?
good.
Oh, what do you got, Bobby Nick? You got a pop too?
Yeah, in solidarity with Scott, I'm drinking some Orange Crush.
He's got his
get
Orange
diabetes
Crush.
Let's get diabetes together.
Oh, follow me. I have good old agua. Only when you fucks with my friends and my mother and Wendy and Tiffany, says Mandy Diff. Been sick? Have you been sick on vacation, Kathy? That sucks. That's the worst. You finally get time to get away and go on vacation. You get a little sick. Well, I will say you might hear a little frog in my throat. There is something going on about the season changing or something that's kind of affecting.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Oh, thank you, Nick.
Oh shit! Did you guys all hear? Did you see Shuli's tweet from like an hour ago?
Tell us about it, Bobby Nick. I don't know that I have.
I guess Crazy Alice has passed away.
Oh, I did not hear that, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
Oh man. Rest in peace for those who don't come from the Stern universe. Crazy Alice could not stand to be being called crazy. She was a black woman who lived out in, I think, in the Los Angeles area, right around a lot of black people and all that stuff. She would always complain about, I hate living around all these black people and everything. She was funny. And
her and Artie had some epic.
Fuck you, Fat Artie and Gay Howard and all that shit. Yeah, because she hated being called crazy. She despised it. Fuck you, I ain't crazy. Who the fuck you call me? If I'm Crazy Alice, you Gay Howard. Gay Howard. And then she would call up, oh, hey, this for Gay Howard. This message for Gay Howard. Funny shit. I mean, just a one-of-a-kind woman. You couldn't create a character like Crazy Alice, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, man. She was one of a kind for sure.
But you say, yeah, and her and Art, because Artie knew it. Artie knew that she was a fighter. She was that I will step up and do anything sister. So Artie would like kind of poke at her on purpose to get that out of her, wouldn't he?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yes, he would. Wow, I didn't see that, Bobby Nick. So thanks for letting me know that, man. That Crazy Alice. I'd wonder where she was if she was ever going to show up on any of these shows.
No, she didn't get a chance to. I never seen her on anything.
Oh, but who did she love? Hi, my Fred.
Yeah.
Like Fred was like wallpaper. Like he hardly said much or anybody even noticed him, but couldn't stand, kind of tolerated Robin. I think she thought she was that other kind of sister. But yeah, it was Gay Howard and Fat Artie or whatever. And hi, my Fred. Hi, my Fred. I don't know if I have any Crazy Alice on my soundboard. Let me see. Oh, actually, I do. Here we go.
Nice.
I got some. Here we go. In honor of Crazy Alice passing away, I'll play you the couple sound drops I have of her. Here's one. Oh, here you go. She would love saying this one.
Fuck you. Who this?
Oh.
Fuck you.
And
Who this?
who dis when they prank called her, guys? You remember that? Who dis? Who dis when they prank called her? So there you go.
Fuck me, Robin.
Oh,
Get that voice. Who this?
who dis?
Fuck me, Robin.
Oh, it's skipping to the next one. All
Fuck me,
right.
Robin.
Just playing with it once. That's my Howard Stern soundboard. So there you go. Thanks, Bobby Nick, for that kind of update for those people that are kind of in that universe, buddy. I did not know that. So rest in peace, not Crazy Alice. I'll give her that on her death. LOLOL says 2 joints. They're all the Stream Element spots are running. They almost rated Andrew 2 last night, psych. Yeah, we touched on that. Little Bubbles Defense Lawyer says it's strange. They don't like it a lot of times, and they get freaked out. Yeah, because I will say from doing these shows, you kind of get used to a certain kind of rhythm or an audience set or the pace of the chat, Bobby Nick, right? So when it suddenly changes on you live and you really don't know why, it will freak you out on camera, right? It can have that effect.
A panic, yeah.
Like the one guy, the Pokemon guy, was like, "Oh my God, there's like 100 people in here. There's never been this many people in here before." He was losing it. Click the like button, like my sister Kathy says.
Magic.
Click that like. There are a number of malicious communities that raid these shows, and they treat them very horribly. So I understand the trepidation. Great word, trepidation. Hey, Scott, is that a word you use a lot? Trepidation?
Trepidation. I don't know what it means, to be truthful with you.
All right, then it must be that time in BF Live. You know, it's time. It's been a while since we've done this, but let's run one. Let me find my element and let's run it. There's Scott. It is time for the BF. That's time. It's time for the BF Live word of the day. When we kind of get a word that sticks out at us or catches our attention, we likes to look it up and learn something here on BF Live. So let's do that now, Scott. Trepidation, the BF Live word of the day. A feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. Or a trembling motion, Scott. So basically it's fear or uncertainty. And there you go. Great word. The BF Live word of the day. Trepidation in the Rhythm Nation. Let me see now. It jumped on me while I was doing the whole trepidation thing. It's a bit. Oh, well. Click the like. What are you whispering about? There we go. Trepidation. Great word. Thank you for the great word usage there. Blummel's defense lawyer. What's up, boys? I'm late, but still not gay. That's debatable. Come on, Space Chief. Get in here anyway, buddy. Space Chief 75. It was crazy. 100 of us going to a chat in 5-minute time frame. Yes, Ike. And what I was doing, buddy, is I wasn't even waiting for Joe or anybody to share a link. I was doing like some of the other people were doing. I was zooming in on the screen, finding the name of the channel, and making my way over there myself. We were jumping in and out. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Chief, getting love from Psych. Space Chief's giving love right back to Psych. Mandy Diff simply says, sweet. I'll try it. I don't use AI for shirts. That's right. He's an artiste. Yeah. He is a artiste, lest anyone think. Space Chief 75. If you want some hand-drawn shit, some real kind of a natural stuff, that's where you go right there to our friend Space Chief 75. Let me find that. Mm-hmm.
I like
that. Here we go. Me too. I'm feeling it. Let's go. Terry Knee Joint produced. We're rocking to the Space Chief 75 jam. Don't use AI for shit, Mandy Div. Call Space Chief 75. Hey, Scott's getting it. Join the adventure. Let the stars unfurl. Space C75. Don't use AI, Mandy Dip. Maybe consider Space G75 because he doesn't use AI for art.
He reminds me of the lead singer of the what was it? The Counting Crows?
Who does he get? Rob Zombie a lot? You think he gets that a lot? Maybe?
Probably.
Oh, me?
Counting Crows, I think too.
Oh, okay. Was it Aaron Lewis or whatever?
I'm not sure.
I think we were talking about Space Chief that time, Scott.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, okay.
It's kind of complicated, but awesome. Oh, look who's checking in from the ATL. It's the Reverend Wild Bill saying, Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Yeah, Space Chief, excuse me, Wild Bill checking in from the ATL. Okay, sweet. She's going to write both of those down. Justin checks in. He's got the armchair comic emojis going. He's having fun with them. You number one, Justa. What? What happened? Crazy Alice fought with Artie constantly, says Two Joints, Bobby Nick.
Yeah. She
So
really
Two
did.
Joints,
I mean, they
Two
went
Joints knows what's
hard.
up. R.I.P. Alice, yeah. And then wasn't there talk about they got sweet with each other for a while. Wasn't he going to take her to a Yankee game if she came to town or something? I think that happened,
Something
didn't
like
it?
that.
Yeah, I
Something
think
like that. Yeah. I think-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all guys having the same recollection I am, that at some point, like, Artie smoothed it out and they got, like, really, it was kind of eerie at the time because it's like, this ain't the relationship we're used to out of Artie and Alice. And I think there was some talk of her coming and seeing a Yankee game because Artie had the tickets at the time and all that. So maybe everybody will jog our memories together. Happy Gosling checks in and says, Scott has mentioned that soda is what eventually leads him back to the rocks. Be careful, Scott. We need you helping.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Well, there is a method to Scott's madness. Scott's like a binge and purge kind of guy, but that seems to be that's what works for him. Oh no, says Blum's defense lawyer. I loved Alice, and I mean, yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, Alice, we loved her too. Alice loved Fred. Hi, my Fred. Hi, my Fred. That was a little DS, my Fred. Z. Hi, my friend. Space Chief Buddy from Two Joints. R.I.P. Alice from the lovely Mandy Diff. Psych is throwing the hearts out there. What's up, BDL Buddy? Gimme Bezos says, if that's so, R.I.P. Crazy Alice and hi, my friend. Blummel says she loved her some Fred. Two Joints is getting the love from Space Chief 75. Two Joints says, gimme bro bones. What did Crazy Alice pass away? Yeah, that's what Bobby Nick is reporting through Shuli Agar on Twitter X. Bobby Nick, buddy, smash or pass on an Evanescence concert? Evanescence concert.
I don't know if they have enough hits, songs that I like that I'd want to go see it whole show. But
not enough to wake you up inside.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't wake up.
There's a couple of tunes that I like from them, but that's about it.
Bring Me to Life. I don't know. I come up with two right there. But a whole concert, yeah, that might be a hard thing. How you doing, Two Joints? I loved Crazy Alice, says Happy Gosling. She was one of the few callers who would literally put everyone on blast and pull off a coup on that show. Yeah, she was not she did not lather anyone's ass. She did not hold a punch back from any of them, did she, Bobby Nick?
No, not at all.
She spoke freely all the time, but the funniest thing was about her is that she was like an African-American woman, a black woman, essentially. And she would paint this picture that she lives around other black people, and she would always go, I can't stand these black people. Yeah. Like she was like an aloof black person. Like she was like black person that didn't maybe know that she was black or what. I don't know. It wasn't that crazy, Scott? She'd always say that shit.
I forgot about that part of it.
And she would say it in a lot harsher terms than I would, right? She'd say, I can't stand these living around these. Like she would say it all the time. Like she was crazy. Yes. She acted like that she was above them. I can't wait to move out of this neighborhood. I can't stand all these people. Who this is Space Chief 75? That's right. Who this? Yes, when they would call her and Crank call her. Oh my goodness. So funny. It would be like,
who this?
So many whack packers gone.
Who this?
Yeah.
What's that, buddy?
So many whack packers now are gone.
Well, and that's life in general, Scott. And then I guess, we held them in high esteem. We thought they were these characters that maybe would never die in our minds. But yeah, I guess reality sets in when you know these people 10, 20, 30 years. Hoya, all from our friend Gas is checking in.
Yes.
Yeah. You were on the late side a little bit yesterday, Gasses, but you're right on time today for plenty more fun because we're doing the opening chat family check-in. It's Wednesday, it's midday, it's a midweek, and we're doing it here on BF Live with our friends. Come on, man. Let's do it. Who gives it?
We're doing it.
We're doing it. I found it, Scott. There we go. Artie versus Alice was some of the best ever programming on the Stern Show. Yeah, because they would F-bomb each other. Fuck you, bitch, and who this? Yeah. Oh, my God. Gay Howard, the whole thing. Sweet, LOL, says Blummels. Happy Gosling says, Crazy Alice, right now, I'm in the bathroom, right where I take a shit. Yeah. Another Cardiff post on YouTube. I won't shut up. Well, Mandy Diff is going to keep banging that drum for bring Cardiff back on YouTube. Facts Gosling from our friend Psych. Hoya Psych from our friend Happy Gosling. Space Chief 75 is getting the love from Mandy Diff. Space Chief thanks me, and I say you're welcome. Hoya Gosling from Mandy Diff. Thanks to Terry Nee as well. He produced that jam. Hey, Mandy from Happy Gosling. Hoya Gaseous the lawyer. Whoa, wait a minute. Gaseous the lawyer. Hoya defense lawyer from Mandy Diff. Hi, Rev from Space Chief 75. Happy Gosling says that Scott could easily pass for the bassist / guitars in any major metal or rock band. He's got the look down and the eclectic personality.
Yeah. Right on, man.
Right on, Scott. So come on. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Scott Fitzpatrick. Okay. Space Chief 75, HIGH from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hello, Mandy, with the heart from Blum's defense lawyer. Major, says Happy Gosling. The Buckshot Kid checks in and says, hello, BF, Scott, Bobby, Nick, and Stream Elements. Well, come on, Buckshot Kid.
Buckshot Kid, man. Good to see you, brother.
How you doing, buddy? We got all the friends here because Widow Killer says the Yankee game and the Empire State Building, I believe. Thank you for helping us all, maybe with my couple brain cells and your couple brain cells and Bobby's and Scott. We'll put the whole picture together of what we remember about Crazy Alice Widow Killer. But yes, I thought that I have a recollection of them kissing and making up and a Yankee game and this whole visit and already like bought her stuff. It was like crazy. The Mrs. Honeybee checks in. She gets the kiss.
Yeah, Mrs. Honeybee.
What's up, Mrs. Kai? You doing fly? There you go.
To Kai, I said hi.
There you go. Great add-on. Happy Gosling says, yes, Artie took her to the game for real and the merch store, which she grifted a ton of merch at Arthur's expense. Yeah, it was like thousands of dollars, if I recall, between the tickets and the merch. I thought, dude, thank you, everybody, for helping me remember this. Hoya, Mrs. Honeybee from Happy Gosling. Reverend Wild Bill throws the prayers up, too. I'm pretty sure that's for Crazy Alice. She always said she was Italian, yeah. She's like, man, my father was Italian. I ain't down with all these people that I live around. She was so funny, just so real, so raw. You can't make two of her, Alice. And while Bill checking in from Facebook, so thank you, buddy. And he says, can I get a gano? Well, you can know what that means. You got your gano right there. I can know what you mean. Let's see. Who else is checking in? Smegmer in your ass says hiya. Come on. Love that screen name. Smegma yin your ass. I like that. That's almost as good as Dixon Cider Company. Dixon Cider. Mandy Diff, sorry, just saw that says Space Chief 75. Stream Element spots are running all over the place. Mandy Diff says, I ain't quitting either, Space Chief. I'm about to tag Elon Musk in a professional post. She is going all in for helping Cardiff Electric. I do the same. I do the same for every one of you as well. And while Bill says, thank you, Blocky friend. Who, me? Who, me?
You heard a friend, a blocking man. He kicks out people with just a hand.
Click, click, bitch. It's Wednesday. We are just about at the end of the opening chat family check-in. So that means we're going to get into other stuff. Let's see what other site content we can get. Actually, celebrity death report, all kind of fun stuff. That's right. I resemble that remark. SpaceC75 checks in with the love for Mandy Diff, and that is the end of the opening chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, it's a new week, it's a new month, it's a new day, it's midday, it's midweek freaks, and I couldn't be any happier to be here with my friends. Please hit that like button on the way in or out or wherever you're watching BF Live today. You could be watching it on BF Live on YouTube. You could be watching it on BF Live on Rumble or my Facebook today. So thank you wherever you're watching, and I appreciate you being here today. All right, why don't we get into some more fun, guys? So yeah, we're definitely going to get into the whole Aaron talk and all that stuff. We did the chat family check-in. Why don't I do these couple stories I have? We'll talk about some of them in long form, and then we'll blend into the miserable moment in miserable news history. We'll do all that, and then we'll get onto the air and content. But I'll roll my element now. I'll go over to my studio, and let's see if we can get into the couple stories I have for you for the BF Live Other News, or the BF Live Not So Serious News for today, Wednesday. That's right, y'all. I'm over here in the BF Live News studio. I got my news desk right here all ready for you. So let's do a couple of these stories I have for you. This is related to some other stories we did earlier in the year. I didn't see this, guys. I kind of forgot because Netflix, it made me forget. But we all forgot about the whole Joey Chestnut thing and how he basically got himself kicked out of the hot dog eating contest on Memorial Day because he went with a vegan or a vegetarian hot dog company, right? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
So they said, okay, well, screw it. It happened last minute. We're going to do this, Kobayashi versus Chestnut. We're going to do this on Netflix as like a kind of a one-time thing. It says Joey Chestnut sets a new hot dog eating record as he bests his rival, Takeru Kobayashi. American Joey Chestnut wolfed down a world record 83 hot dogs during Netflix's Labor Day special, besting rival competitive eater Takeru Kobayashi of Japan in the process. Chestnut ate nearly 7 dozen of the American picnic stable during, you see that word? Dozen of the American picnic stable, supposed to be staple maybe.
Yeah.
During the Netflix Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef, which streamed live at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Monday, but we were watching BF Live at that time, so that's another reason I didn't see it. The contestants had 10 minutes to eat as many hot dogs as they could manage during the Monday special, with Chestnut's 83 not only beating Kobayashi's 67 hot dogs consumed during the event, but his own world record of 76 that he set back in 2021. Chestnut 40 and Kobayashi 46 are two of the most famous and decorative competitive eaters who have challenged one another for the title of Supreme Hot Dog Consumer at the famous annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Tuesday's event, however, was the first time they had gone head-to-head in 15 years, according to Netflix. Let's watch a little clip of this, guys. I'll play this off of Netflix. Joey Chestnut beats Takeru Kobayashi and his own world record of 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Boys, what do you think? What do you think, Scott? Would you ever eat that many hot dogs or that many of anything in a row?
Yeah, me and my dad used to have little competitions like that, and I couldn't get nowhere close to even eating them slow. At your own pace, you can't eat 70 hot dogs. I just watched some kind of documentary on these guys not long ago, and it must have been earlier in their career because when I just looked at them just then, it's the first time I've seen them in a while, and they've aged and they're getting out of shape.
Yeah, they've aged and they've literally beefed up, Scott. Well, I was surprised because you've always heard Kobayashi and Chestnut, anybody that's kept up with this. So I was surprised to read that it was 15 years since they competed against each other.
Yeah, from that, what I remember of that documentary, whenever Chestnut beat Kobayashi, that really messed him up. It was like because it destroyed him. He really took that shit serious.
Wow, that's interesting to know that, Scott. I didn't know like that kind of that background. I never seen the documentary about Chestnut and Kobayashi, but I know that was kind of a competitive eating rivalry. But I just think it's funny that we even know about this, Scott. And I just was sitting around like one day watching during the holidays in the middle of the day. There was nothing else on, and ESPN was airing the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest from up there in New Jersey, from Coney Island. And I can't believe what it's turned into, buddy.
I remember Kobayashi when because I remember everybody used to always, how can because a hot dog is American, you think of America, how's an American should own that title? Chestnut got it. He played it.
Well, it looks like Chestnut did America proud, and he not only beat Kobayashi, but he beat his own world record. So for those of you who are like kind of big fans and maybe missed that when it went down or was missing it was supposed to go down, it happened there on Netflix. So maybe you can go back and watch it anytime, I'm sure. Mandy Diff got the love from Space G75. Happy Gosling had a situation where he asked, did the chat get wiped out, or is it just me? And then I think Space Chief answered that too. Hey-o from JJ Dabbles.
Hey, man.
What's up, JJ? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you this afternoon. Space Chief says, mine does that sometimes too, Happy Gosling. You just got to refresh, I think. Smegmer in your ass says, no, not Kobayashi. Oh, yeah. Yoja Gunnar Daldert. I'm going to try to read that name as best I can. Well, there's accents over it. Looks clean to me. How you doing, Voja? Let's say Voja. We'll say that. Oh, shit. LOL. How you doing today? Kay, thanks, Space Chief, says Happy Gosling. Did I send you the new Bob commercial 2BF? I can't remember. LOL. I'm sick and at work. Bro, I'm looking at my sister. You got a little something going on. There's something going on with the seasons changing. I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. And yes, I believe you did send me. Let's see if I put it in my psych folder. I have, yes, it's, yes, I do. I believe I have it. Yes, the dirt cheap commercial. Yes, dirt cheap commercial. I have it. Psych, thank you. And I'm going to be featuring that right after we do the BF Live other news that I'm in the middle of right now. I'm going to play you from Psych Labs. I'm going to play you moments in miserable men news history, and we're going to play a classic clip of Bob Levy doing the news back in 2007, and then we'll play some other Psych Lab stuff. LOL Chestnut FTW says Dabbles. We got the hot dogs going out there from Justa. He's having fun. Badlands is great on YouTube. That guy chugs anything. Yeah, Badlands. Remember Space Chief? He won the world record for the lemonade. That guy, Booker Badlands or whatever, he like drank all that lemonade, gallons of lemonade in a row. He actually did that at the Nathan's thing. I'll explain later. Okay, Bojo. It's first time seeing you here in the chat. So I'm just trying to get to know you. That's good. LOL. Fuck being sick when it's warm out. I know, bro.
I think Scott just shit himself.
What? Uh-oh. He just tried to pull off when I wasn't looking?
Yeah,
I did a big one.
You did?
I did a loud one.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't as audible, for some reason.
I did a loud one at the, earlier in the show, but nobody heard it.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh.
I'm surprised Bobby didn't pick up on it because he's so used to hearing you. But it could have been one of those times where maybe your sound was kind of going up and down or something like that.
Yeah, you never know.
Badlands chugs. Guy creeps me out. Yeah, that dude was pounding down that lemonade like it was nothing, man. Like he could just about put down anything. All right, let's get into some other stories here on the BF Live, not so serious news, other news, so we can get onto the Psych Labs content and other stuff. All right, guys. Well, we talked about how that show just aired on Netflix. But I have some interesting information, and I verified this through other sources because I really couldn't believe that it was true. But I don't know if you heard this, but it says, clucking ridiculous, Chick-fil-A to launch a streaming service, Bobby and Scott.
Of what?
Chick-fil-A. Are you ready?
Movies?
Yes. Somebody called Mini Crow checks in and says, test. That Mr. Crow, Mini Crow. Mini Crow and me. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. And I did have to check this because I thought this was like a goof headline, like clickbait or something. But I went and found multiple articles that says that Chick-fil-A is in fact starting a streaming service. It says, you've heard of Peak TV. Now get ready for Beak TV. Chick-fil-A has come for your wallet with its food, but now it'll be playing chicken with Netflix by launching its own streaming service, an idea that was apparently approved by a lot of people. Haha. So here we go. There's a Chick-fil-A. We're all, Bobby Nick, is Chick-fil-A a sensation in Canada?
Not as much as it is in the United States.
Boy, it's a thing here, and they are known for their service, Bobby Nick. I mean, it's no joke. When you go to Chick-fil-A, it is like it's a different level. They are terribly polite, they're terribly efficient, and the food is always usually good, buddy. I was wondering if it was even a thing up there.
Well, I think the first movie they should put on their streaming service should be Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Head.
Good one, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
Poultrygeist. Man, they might sign you for show ideas, buddy. That's awesome. Poultrygeist. Hi-yo. I had to give you a rim shot on that one, Bobby Nick. Poultrygeist. You didn't even know I was doing this story. All right. It says, if there's one thing that streaming services need, it's more chicken. With the exception of cooking shows, you can go for days without seeing even one poultry on Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, etc. Luckily, just like it usually does when you're hungover or driving somewhere with no other options, fast foods is coming to the rescue. Chick-fil-A announced this week that they're moving from breaded content to branded content. And for some dumb reason, they'll be launching a streaming channel. When asked why they do something like this, a Chick-fil-A executive angrily announced, because. That's a weird pun in there. No shows have been announced yet, Bobby Nick, so maybe you could do your poultry guys. I like that. No shows have been announced for the outlet yet, but we've heard about some of the programming. One show called Pasture Point of No Return is a gritty drama about cows trying to muscle out hunters in their community by getting them to eat chicken instead of beef. They're also going to be targeting the female audience with Chick Flicks, C-H-I-K. Chick Flicks, their version of Hallmark Channel films in which big city hens go back to their roots and find love with roosters for their small town coops. Also, to compete with Comedy Central, they said there would be a lot of roast. The less said about the late night programming, Chick-fil-A After Dark, the better. But there are a lot of breast and thighs involved. Hi-oh. There will be no programming on Sundays because that's kind of their tradition at Chick-fil-A. They don't do anything on Sundays. It says they're not the first fast food company to launch their own version of Netflix killer. But I didn't remember this, guys. It says, but most didn't last long due to confusion. KFC's streaming slogan, "It's not TV, it's KFC," sounded way too much like the former slogan for HBO One, Cinemax, or whatever they just call it now. So what do you guys think of this, man? Chick-fil-A. I didn't know that KFC had a streaming service. Did you guys remember that?
No,
not
at all. You know, I'm literally you're reading this article. I'm literally looking for like online to see if this is actually real or not, because it sounds so outlandish.
Yes.
But it is.
Thank you, Bobby Nick. You can check me out, bro. I checks my facts. I don't just have this fancy desk for nothing just to put on a show for you. I checks my facts at my news desk. Yeah. So yeah, buddy, I'm glad that you checked that and corroborated it, because much like you, when somebody tells me the story, I'm like, no way, this is clickbait. This is a goof, right? So thanks for backing me up and checking it. I don't mind it at all, because I did the same thing, bro. I had the same reaction. I checked to do poultry, guys. That's a good one, man. I like that. So look for that coming up, man. If you want to, see some Chick-fil-A content, we'll see if that sticks. I thought that was so weird, I had to share it with you. All right, let me share this one. Go ahead, buddy.
No, they don't have Chick-fil-A around where I live. I've never had it.
Okay, I threw the question to Bobby because him being so distant from the United States, I thought there might be a greater chance of him not having one up there, but I didn't even think to ask you, Scott. So it's not even a thing in your area, huh?
No, I don't even know where. I have to go drive 100 miles before you find one here.
That's amazing. Well,
I might have to too. I'm not sure, but I know they are in Canada.
Before long, much like Walmart, I think they're going to be in everybody's backyard. I mean, I imagine you got a Walmart close enough, don't you?
Yeah, every town's got a Walmart.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, every time.
Everybody's got a Walmart now. I remember back in the day, I remember hearing about Walmart and being
same, Bobby Nick.
Oh, this sounds like something that's awesome. And then everywhere started having them, and Walmart started becoming like this big enemy, because you slowly seen all the mom and pop shops just go down. And it's like
in Super Walmart.
Yeah, they created the Super Walmarts. Jeez.
Walmart.
24-hour Walmart. You know?
Cool. Chicken can't be ghost or great, maybe. Gimme Bezos says, I worked at the Chick-fil-A, CFA, that created Chick-fil-A sauce. I used to make it for the store in Spotsy Mall, Virginia in 1992. He's like, I'm a Chick-fil-A sauce maker from way back.
I was waiting for the nasty joke in there.
I know. Oh, you're joking there. Mandy is still killing it, advocating for Cardiff Electric on Twitter X. Bezos, Perry also made sauce in 1992. Perry, is that true?
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it. Happy Gosling said it. Space Nerd says, Hoya and Hoyas. Let's give it to her, guys. Ready?
Do it.
Nerd.
You got it. Welcome, nerd.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
And I love the love being spread right away because Mini Crow gives the Hoya to Space Nerd, and Space Nerd says, Mini Crow, ? Well, Hoya to you too. The Mini Crow says, my phone's fucked. I have to use my daughter's.
Oh, no.
Okay. I knew there was something with the crow thing, Mr.
Yeah.
Mini Crow. You can't fool us. LOL, says Space Nerd. Space Nerd says, BF Live, Bobby, and Scott. He's giving us the love, guys.
Right on, nerd.
Hoya from our friend Space Nerd. Hoya from Honeybee. The Mandy Diff is giving the love to Space Nerd. Okay, so let's get into the other story. So look for that future programming coming from Chick-fil-A, of all places, guys. Let's see, in this next thing I have for you. Sometimes I want to, there seems like there's been so many stories about the Titanic, like,
Every Wednesday,
in our life.
new episodes of Judges Demanding Order on Court Cam.
So there's another story about, it says a lost statue from the Titanic's first class lounge was rediscovered by researchers. New photos showing the RMS Titanic decay as well as Diana of Versailles statue are unveiled. So it's this never seen before photo. I'm going to show you this photo of the statue right here. I thought it was kind of neat. See that? It's like laying in the sand. So all those thousands of miles down, guys, thousands of feet down. And, all these years later, we're still talking about the Titanic and all. But I thought that was kind of neat. They had the actual statue from the first class lounge. And they're still, to this day, discovering artifacts from there.
Wasn't long ago those guys imploded down there, right?
That's right. That's right. And I heard some lawsuits are coming from that, Scott. And then, yeah. I mean, to me, that you get what you pay for when you sign up for that stuff, Scott. But yes, I understand that some of those rich, eccentric people that signed up to be in that kind of tube that went down and kind of imploded, they're actually suing that company. Like, go figure. But here's some shot.
How can you you got to know the risks when you're going in.
You knew.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we kind of did a little kind of story on it too, because I was talking about it at the time, and we seen how shoddily it was made. It wasn't made of these highly sophisticated parts. It was just barely basic tubes and just the minimal amount they needed to get down there, guys. Right?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing they could ever done. They went in on a death trap.
Yes, they did. So that is supposed to happen. But yes, the Titanic is still discoveries for all these years later from the Titanic, and there you go. Closer shots of the relics in there. 1912, and we're still talking about it to this day. All over 100 years later, we're still talking about it, and they're still finding stuff because, I mean, you had to be really assured when you're on that boat. Like, I'm on the biggest, baddest thing ever built. Like, this ain't going to sink. There's people had to feel that way. They had to be in disbelief.
And now it's known as the unsinkable ship that's sunk.
It just, yes, right. Yeah, it's like, and then it's just crazy. To be on the Titanic was big boat, says Smegmer in your ass. Mandy Diff Hoya from Space Nerd. I'm sure they signed something. They can't sue anyone. I don't know about that. Let's see. What else I got? I'm going to show you this last story I have. I got a couple stories here, but let me think. This will be the last one here. All right, let me show you the last story in the BF Live, not so serious news, and then I'm going to play you a classic Bob Levy, miserable moments in miserable news history. I want to play you Bob reading the news from Miserable Men back in 2007. In this last story, I found this interesting because every part of the world has something different going on. This says the world's most beautiful McDonald's that's like a 5-star hotel restaurant reopens. So I'm always intrigued, though, all the places where McDonald's all over the world, obviously, where they try to fit in. It says, a McDonald's inside an old train station has officially reopened after renovation, and people are comparing it to a 5-star hotel. Look at this. This is a McDonald's, guys.
Yeah, it don't look like any McDonald's I've ever seen.
It says, a McDonald's, it says, what's that night? Nagati railway station in Budapest, Hungary, is home to what is said to be the world's most beautiful McDonald's. I bet their shake machines still don't work though. And I bet their bathrooms still don't have no damn toilet paper, right? That's what you expect from McDonald's. Yeah. But look at this. I mean, this is opulent, old building. It was an old train station. The McDonald's at this location first opened in 1990 and was even said to be one of the most beautiful in the world. This train station has been a stunning building since it opened in 1877, after all. But the Golden Arches closed in January 2024 for renovations. After 8 months of work, has finally reopened, restoring old features and making new ones. So there you go. They probably get fries and soda all over that place. But I just thought that was a different story because we certainly don't have anything that fancy in the States that I'm aware of. It has antique lamps, stucco ceilings. I mean, just mixing the ultimate, like, in history and beauty and American culture and fast food right there. So that's kind of my last story I have here. But oh, there's the self-serve kiosk. They even have those over there, guys.
Yeah, it's that wouldn't even feel like McDonald's going in there.
Yep. But that just goes to show how this corporate giant has adapted to being a global sensation all over the world. McDonald's. So there you go, folks. Now, that was the regular news or the other news. I like to call that the other news or the BF Live not so serious news. Just some fun stories. So why don't we do this? Let's do some Psych Labs content. Find my banner for that. Psych Lab. Let's get into it. But our way into Psych Labs content is we're going to do Moments in Miserable News History. And this is where we take some of great Psych Labs content that he's created. He's edited down some of these classic bits of Bob reading the news from back in the day. So this will kind of familiarize some of you people that don't know about the Miserable Men days, let you know, kind of give you a vibe of what was going on back in those days. Now I'm playing 7-1 Psych. I don't think I played 7-1 yesterday. This is from July 1st, 2007. This is Moments in Miserable News History. This is Bob Levy reading the news on Miserable Men from 2007. Psych Lab leading into Psych Labs. Thank you, Psych, for this. Let's listen to this fun classic radio bit here on BF Live. Bob Levy on the Miserable Men reading the news.
Well, I tell you one thing that Bob did write up a contract for is doing the news here on Miserable Men. And Artie, you definitely, I know this is one of your favorite parts of the show. So, yeah, Mike Morris. So let's go real quick to some Bob Levy Miserable Men news.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. We got a nice intro for you. Go ahead.
And now it's time for Miserable Men News with your anchorman, Bob Levy.
Court acquits teacher in retard case.
Congratulations,
retard
case. A teacher who forced a pupil to write "I am a retard" 100 times was acquitted by an Italian court on Wednesday of abuse charges.
He sounds like Elmer
The
Fudd,
teacher
guys,
who's
doesn't he?
identified.
You hear Bob going acquitted, the wab, the widdle. He's got the Washley Wabbit going on, don't he? Yeah. All right, let's see if we can keep picking up on it.
Identity was withheld to protect her privacy. Forced the punishment on the 12-year-old boy after he blocked a fellow pupil from going to the toilet and calling him gay and girly. The parents have sought 25,000 euros, 33,580 in damages, and public prosecutor had called for a 2-month prison sentence, but the court cleared the teacher, a court sources said. The teacher said her punishment of the boy has been appropriate, particularly after a wildly publicized case of an adolescent who committed suicide in Italy. Apparently, after receiving taunts at the school about being homosexual, gay rights
taunts at the school, what?
Groups have called the charges to be dropped. I never intended to humiliate the boy. The teacher told journalists after she was cleared. Journalist. In Italian, she made the boy write "Lo sono di Ficcinti," which literally meant
Bob Levy.
Which literally meant defiance, but is more commonly used as a disparaging term meaning moron or mentally retarded.
My God.
I explained discussing with him and his classmate that deficient means lacking. He was lacking sensitivity for one of the classmates, the teacher said.
By the way, that was the same news story that we started with. Oh my God!
Beetlejuice literally could do better. How do you function in this world?
I don't read. I don't
He
go.
read, Italian as well as you read English.
I mean, yeah. Lo Steppo Dolce, which is also my favorite dish at the Olive Garden.
I mean, it's so bad that you don't even know some of the words that he's trying to say.
You know what? I read, like, I look at the
Bob,
sport.
but say you were on, okay, do me real quick. Okay, like say you were on, like when I did Mad TV, there were some times where they made us read from cue cards for a sketch, right? Would you be capable of doing that?
What I do is I look at things and I try to memorize them. Like,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
say it was like, they would only do that if we had, like, you're in 8 sketches in one night, you had it, you know what I mean? Like, suppose you had no choice, you'd have to literally go, I can't be in the sketch because I can't read a cue card.
Well, basically, because if for the first time reading it, I'd have to read over this and then I would figure out the words that I don't know.
Think of that. Think of that. You can't read.
Right.
Well, but I could fight.
It all goes back to that for
No,
Bob.
I mean, I really, school wasn't a big thing for me.
Yeah. Me neither, but I mean, Jesus, newspapers. Levy's the only comic who never buys a newspaper. So you never have a newspaper.
No, I can I look at the sports. I know what's going on, and I can see it in my head. But reading it, I think maybe I just need glasses.
That's it.
How great would that be? Remember the sketch where Farley plays the Incredible Hulk at the funeral? And he comes up there and he's like, talking like the Hulk, like, fire bat. And he puts the glasses on, and the second he puts the glasses on, he goes, Superman was a lot of things to a lot of people. Like, I don't think it'll work the same way with you, Bob.
It's very hard for me. I'm telling you, I think I might need glasses.
All right, well, we can conduct that experiment on the show.
You can read the small words fine. It's the big words that you trip over, so it's obviously not the glasses.
You need a new brain, Bob.
So there you go. Thank you, Psych, for that. Thank you, Psych, for that. So yeah, I know Psych says he knows he could. Early serious days were the best, says Mini Crow. Let's get a couple of these comments on this because some people checked in while we were playing that. It says, Space Nerd approves, and she says, I like that you bring out these old clips. Well, I like that Psych Labs has all of this stuff and provides it for me to provide for you. So it's a team effort. Thank you. Thanks, Nerd from Psych. You getting the love. Miserable Men, serious days. Maybe we could call it that, Psych. Maybe if you want to call this bit a particular thing or just call it what it is, let me know that. But I like looking at it as kind of a throwback, kind of taking you back in the day. The Miserable Men days from Sirius. Psych, you rule. Hoya, says our friend Space Nerd. You rule. No, you rule, says Psych. Look who's checking in, guys. It's Psycho South Show.
Oh.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you, Psycho Souls, for checking in. Lunch break check-in and all the Bobbies and Scott. There you go.
Oh.
Dang Lizard checks in from across the pond and says, Hoya, everyone. What's up, Dang? You checked in during that. Mandy Diff laughing, which is a great thing. Space Nerd says, Donkey is my +1 at yours and Ding's wedding. We decided, LOL. They're already talking about wedding. Hoya Dang from our friend Psych. Hoya Dang from Space Nerd. Space Nerd's giving the love to Psychosocial, saying, hey, deficiencies. Yes, Bob was killing those words, quite literally, deficiencies. Donk is my fave, so of course, says Psych. Just like Walter Cronkite, says Space Chief 75. Space Nerd says it's perfect. The Psychosocial says hi to Space Nerd and is laughing with the Wahas. Psych and Mandy getting the love from the Mini Crow. Sounds like he just left the dentist, says Scott. Yeah, he definitely had that Elmer Fudd quality kept going in his voice. I kept waiting for it to go away, Scott, but it didn't.
Yeah.
He was walking the Elmer Fudd. I'm gonna read the news. What's up, Bob?
I remember the first. I remember listening to a bunch of the original Miserable Men, and I mean, Bob would mess up words so bad and so often that sometimes when I would read those words, as how much I was listening to it, sometimes I would read those words somewhere else, and it was be like, "Is that right?"
It would mess you up. It would question. That's what I said.
I felt like myself.
I felt like I was getting dumber while we were listening to some of that Bobby Nick,
Yeah,
because I'm
like-
trying to interpret the words and I'm like, I don't understand like 3 of the words he just said. Yeah, so
Like the way he says rotisserie. It's like
rotisserie.
yeah, rotisserie.
Rotisserie.
And that one really got me because somebody was talking about rotisserie chickens in real life. I like,
Yes.
that's not
And then you
how
start
say it.
going,
I'm like,
is that
no,
rotisserie or rotisserie? And
Yeah.
Who's saying it right and who's saying it wrong? You're not wrong about that, Bobby Nick. Space Chief said it from a K concrete to a C concrete. Either way, we knew what you meant. The earliest serious days were the best, says our friend Minnie Crow. Minnie Crow getting the agreement and the devil horns from Psych agreeing with that. Space Nerd says Bob has improved his reading skills in the last 15 years. Yeah, between learning from making mistakes and I think hopefully a little less being on drugs and stuff like that, I think it's all improved his life and his reading. Psych believes, he says, I think his teeth didn't fit as well back then, just like my Lenny drinking the you-know-what clip. We'll see if that's not a long one. We'll see how many clips we can get to playing, because we're going to make the transition out of the Psych Labs, which was like end of the news right there, and we're going to go into just full up Psych Labs content right after this. Definitely Minnie Crow from Psych. Big up Psych Labs, ha ha ha, from Psychosocial. Thanks, Psychosocial. Definitely his teeth were not fitting, says Space Nerd. Whatever you call it is good by me. All right, thank you, Psych. Yeah, I'm just like, I didn't know if you had other ideas since you are the creator of this. But yeah, when I kind of saw it, I'm like, yeah, we can like tag this onto the end of the news that I like to do here. And if you provide enough clips, we'll kind of make this a regular feature, kind of looking back on those miserable men. See how I read the news and then see how Bob reads the news comically back in the day. Thank you for that. Spacey75 says, Bob as the the sheriff guy. I said gay sheriff. Whoa, Freudian slip. Bob as the sheriff guy campaigning is my favorite AI of all time. Great work, Psych. Well, how about I'll start off with that one, and then we'll lead up to the latest Psych content. Thanks, Chief. I agree. When I saw it before swapping, I knew I had to do it. All right, well, let me make sure. Where are we at here with the show? We did the Titanic story. Okay, so I did the Bob news. How about if I put a bow on this son of a bitch on the regular news, and let's just do a regular dedicated Psych Labs content segment right now. But that was the BF Live other news, or the not so serious news. Wow, boys. I had no idea that it was 21 minutes already into the second hour of 3 hours of BF Live. It's 1:21 where I'm here on the East Coast of the United States, guys. I had no idea. That means we are having a good time. That means we're doing it. So I trust and hope you are too.
Doing it.
Yeah, man. This is great. Great stuff. So now let's show you some of the greatest and latest from Psych Labs. And I will start off with the Basil ad because, let me find that. This is, since it's one of the newest, latest, and greatest, and then I will lead you up to some of the even newer content. But let's do our Psych Labs content segment we like to do here on BF Live, the home of Psych Labs. This is Bob Levy as Basil doing his campaign commercial, running for Tennessee governor in 2010.
Hello, citizens. This is TheDemarShow.com. I'm the Republican candidate for governor of Tennessee. I want you to put me in this building, the Capitol behind me here, so I can do my issue.
Do my
and make
issue
you
is the
all
best.
More freer than you were yesterday.
More freer.
And I'll become your governor. I'll remove the Capitol and have rolled out of the Tennessee. Had the stake going with Don Junquet and all this temporary carpet, so I can clean house and get rid of all the artifact mean college that ruin our politics progress and kind of thing. I'll probably take a year or two. So, what you all about for me? Let me clean out. If you vote for me, I won't take any campaign contribution that are alluded and Jake can my contribution. So you know I will be bought and sold. And you're likely to be kicked it for eternity. If I have to ride in blood. And I want you to vote for me. I'll see you all at the poll. Come. I would also premeditation on our baker like that they, hey, come work when we go grow, and twin can carry it into Teppenlawn and cash it in or gas or money. Then I also stop traffic stop.
Stop traffic stop.
Make
Scott.
judges listen through the hoke.
Let's go stop traffic stop.
Make the flag fly right. Remove your gold print flag.
Make the flag fly right and remove gold fringe flags from society.
Again,
These are my issues.
All to vote for me. Flag of reasons to the flag on the gate is come to Prairie. And pray to my maker to Lord give your praise as my savior. Have a nice day. Hey to Marshall's Darkot.
And there you go. That is some Psych Labs. That's some of the newest, coolest stuff right there. All right. So that was the Basil, Bob Levy as Basil ad that people are liking. His swaying kills me, says our friend Psych Labs, the creator. Mandy Diff says, my account was locked on X again and again and again. Mandy, do you go through that as well? And I don't know if you guys experience this, but I promote a lot for BF Live and all the shows for Bob Levy and stuff. Bobby Nick, sometimes X or Twitter will send me that thing and go, because of the activity on your account, they make me do that like CAPTCHA, kind of e-CAPTCHA thing or something like that to prove that I'm a human being. Has that happened to you recently?
You're on mute or something, Bobby.
You're muted, Bobby Nick.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I am muted. No, it hasn't. It hasn't happened to me in a while, but I'm not really active on social media that much anymore. Because I don't know. I'm just afraid that getting banned.
Well, I'm getting a picture of what Mandy Diff is saying because like I said, I promote a lot, and I think it thinks because I use my thing so frequently, it thinks I'm a freaking robot. So I always got to convince Twitter X that I'm not a robot. Space Nerd says, I thought Elon was all about free speech, Mandy. Why does he lock your account? Well, that might have shed some light on it because sometimes if Mandy's saying she's out there constantly, tweeting for Cardiff Electric, at some point they go, man, this must be a freaking robot. She's tweeting so much.
Yeah.
The Mini Crow says, LOL, Mandy. I think you might be ruffling the wrong feathers. Yeah, you're like computer algorithming it there, Mandy Diff. They're like, this got to be a computer. That mess up in clipping was not me. That's how he posted it too. He's a mess. And Psych, that's why I had never seen that commercial independently on its own before I seen what you did to it. So I did go look for that commercial to see, like I told you yesterday, who's like slowing who down. But it was a perfect fit, obviously, because those guys have like Bob and this guy have like a similar kind of a cadence, if you will, or a casual style about speaking, or give no fucks. Mandy's too based for Elon, haha. Space Nerd is laughing. Psych says it sounds like he says the guy's got a parry at the end.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it. Psych said it. Spacey75 says he's got my vote just on the traffic stop policy. That's right, Spacey. I'm going to stop traffic stops. I'm going to put a stop to stopping. LOL, Space Chief from Space Nerd. Space Nerd says, well, I have been told I'm fake by the TSN, so maybe it's all fake. Mini Crow heard what you heard about the Perry comment. I heard you, Bobby Nick. Those Twitter girls be wild.
Well, I do, yeah.
Waver checks in, and says, hi. Let's all hit the like. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, member up, and super chat. Matter of fact, do I have some... Let me check my thing right here. Let me check my... Oh, let me pause that. Check that. Let's see.
You ever heard of Gacy DCs, Bobby Nick?
I have. Oh, I forget.
I've heard the term. I thought that was like that was the name that we would say when a band wasn't very good. They're like, man, you're like Gacy DC. What is your reference for Gacy DC there, Scott?
Oh, I just learned that. Oh, I think I was watching. It's on Chili Network. The show we watched the clip out of. I think I watched it seen it on there. I think.
Yeah.
Or it might just been it's something on Chili. Chili.
Is it a gay AC/DC cover man? AC/DC?
Yeah. I guess that's what it was.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me on the surface. So let's see. All right. Let me. All right. Hey everybody. Why don't you turn on, if you don't? Hopefully you already have them on. Accept gifted memberships because I'm about to give out some love.
Make it rain.
That's right. Get ready for a join. Accept gifted memberships. Hit the like. Thank you. Hi, Waver from Mrs. Honeybee. Kahuna Nui's checking in, saying, "Hey, gang." Especially the sexy people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, big Kahuna Nui. Yeah, we'll have to see. What he's up to in the next couple of days. Maybe he can come hang out with us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
I see there's 30 people in a little eyeball thing, and 2 have checked in on BF Live. Thank you. This is the fun midday hang here. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3-ish East, hanging out with my boys right here, sharing fun stories, articles, and good times with each other. Positive vibes. Thanks for checking in, Kahuna Nui. The Big Crow, Mini Crow says, hey, Big Kahuna. Waver says, hey, Mrs. Honeybee. I sure miss you and Kai in the mornings. The Space Chief 75 says, I have liked, shared, and subscribed. Well, come on, I'm a whore. I can't stop asking. It's part of my rhythm. It's what we need to do. It must be working, Scott.
Bell.
A notification bell? Yeah.
Ain't you supposed to check that too or something?
Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to fill in that notification bell and make sure it says all so you get all notifications. There you go, Scott. I like the way you've expanded my BS. Thank you. Thank you, Space Chief 75, for sharing, and subscribing. Let's see. Hey, Mini Crow from the Big Kahuna Nui. The Waver says, hey, Kahuna Nui, didn't get a chance to thank ye for the Roy Rogers, so thanks, Kahuna Nui. Oh, man. Somebody gives you Roy Rogers. That's a thing. Hey, Waver, good to see you from Kahuna Nui. LOL says Kahuna. Ding Dong checks in and says, Hoya.
Hoya.
Ding Dong.
Hoya.
AKA Mrs. Psych, if you will. Howdy, Kahuna, from our friend Gaseous. Waver going to Detroit, ? From Kahuna. Waver says, hee, I'll be looking for you, Kahuna. Hee. Hoya, Ding Dong from the Mini Crow. The Mini Crow chats out Waver and Gaseous. Hoya Crow from Ding Dong. Kahuna's giving the love to Gaseous. Waver says, no Detroit for me. Looking forward to DabbleCon 3. Waver's laughing, and Hoya to Ding Dong. Okay. All right. So get ready, y'all. I'm about to throw them out there. Mahalo, Kahuna Nui. I'm about to throw out.
Make it rain.
Make it rain, bitches. 5 BF Live gifted memberships. There they go right there. So let's see what lucky people caught them, and welcome to the BF Live family. And I hope you will consider, maybe when the membership expires, maybe renewing it and help hooking a brother up. Let's see who caught them. All the friends caught them, like Gaseous caught one. The one and only bro, the Big Kahuna caught one. The lovely Ding Dong caught one. Mrs. Honeybee, and finishing up with the lovely Stacy Allen. So look at that. We got 3 ladies, 2 guys, as far as I know, and there's the love. More love for everyone. Hey, Space Chief is throwing out the fire signs. Thank you, says Gaseous. You're certainly welcome. Aloha Nerd from Kahuna Nui, and everyone here is great. Thank you, Waver. I love your positivity, bro. Okay, so now we're in the middle of Psych Labs. We did the Basil thing. We've caught up with the chat. We've handed out 5 gift memberships. We're having fun. We're doing it here.
We're doing
what we like to do. All right, so let me show you the next thing I have for you from Psych Labs. So we have, okay, here's a new commercial. You like that commercial so much for Governor? Psych says, you like that commercial? I got another one for you. This is Bob Levy. This is called, he titled it, the Bob Levy Dirt Cheap Commercial. Psych Labs feature right here on the home of Psych Labs content, BF Live. Bob Levy Dirt Cheap Commercial. Well, let me start. Hang on.
What better gift?
I'm going to start it over again because the volume was down.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Fred from Dirt Cheap. What better gift for any occasion than a package of some Dirt Cheap? Cheap, third. Yes, it's cheap, but most of all, it's fun. The recipient will love it, and best of all, the more she drinks.
Hold up. Hold on. We got to go back. Hold up. Wait.
Cheap, third. Yes, it's cheap, but most of all, it's fun. The recipient will love it, and best of all.
Fat Bob in a little suit. Look at that. It's true, Bobby Nick. His face works on everything, man.
Yeah.
The more she drinks, the better you
look. Look at this one.
I don't know about you, but I need all the help I can get. Please come visit us. We are grateful for your business. Thanks. Be careful out there, enjoy the journey.
That's cool, man. I'm glad to see that Bob is getting some endorsements out of being the star that he is. That was awesome. Cool. The Bob Levy Dirt Cheap commercial here on Psych Labs content. Let me see. Was that the last? Oh, well, I can show a little bit of the next one. So also, if you watched Psych Labs as he started sharing this Miserable Men content, we started reliving the history or retelling it about Lenny trying to earn his spot back on the Miserable Men by drinking some of his own brand, if you will. I'll put it that way. He put a little something, a love cup, little love in his cup. You know what I mean. So anyway, if you want to keep up with that saga, and even if you don't, go to Psych Labs because he has all these cool clips here. You can see Bob running for governor. You can see Bob Levy Dirt Cheap. I'll play a little bit of this one. This is part 2 of the saga of Lenny eats and drinks his own kind of thing. I'll play it just little bits of it. It's a half hour long, y'all. I'm not going to take a half hour of your time playing the clip, but I will recommend that when you're not watching BF Live, you go over to Psych Labs and catch up on all of these wild moments from the Miserable Men history from the serious days. I'll play a little bit. I'll tickle your ass with a feather. This is part 2 of the saga we started talking about the other day, where Lenny kind of had to drink his own brand.
All right. So now let's get into the Lenny thing. All right. So last week we had this whole big buildup to this crazy bit that was going to put this show over the top. It was gonna rain money down from the heavens for us after this bit because no other show has ever done this before.
Nope.
And shut up, Chad. And then all of a sudden in the middle of us hyping this thing up, because listen, we all come from radio, so with radio you don't just, it's like anything, you got to take your time. You don't eat the main course before the salad, right? You don't have dessert before the main course. It's a process.
And my recollection, guys, is the reason they had to do it a second time is that what did he do, Bobby, Nick, and Scott, when they tried to get him to do this, he didn't wait for a cue. He allowed no buildup or anything. Yeah. He just came on the air one night and slurped the cup down, and it was done, right?
Yeah, they didn't even say, "Hey, go."
Shotgun it.
He shotgunned it.
He did it randomly, and nobody even knew he was doing it.
Yes,
half of them wasn't looking at all that.
Nobody was looking. He didn't allow no setup, no build up. He had no feel for the flow. And like, this is an event and we have to build this up. He simply turned his camera on and drank his own brand and kind of checked out. So this is effort number 2 where they went, no, Leonard, you have to do it again. And you have to wait for us to tell you. I mean, it has to be built up properly. My friend Psych, who's the creator of this clip, he lets me know that I should go ahead 15 to 18 minutes. So I will go up to 15. Let's go up to 15 here. He probably knows where it really got into this. So here we go. I'll play a little bit of this for you. It's a 30-minute clip, so watch at your leisure after BF Live or any other time. BF Live is not on, obviously. Watch it at your leisure and in the entirety, but I'm going to play a little bit right here at the recommendation of the creator of this, the 6 Psych Labs. He says go to 15 minutes to 18 minutes. So that's where we're at on BF Live's Psych Labs Miserable Men Moments.
Some 10 seconds to come.
Okay. There's 2 pop chops out there, buddy.
Bob gagging? That doesn't count. No, it does not count.
Put it down.
Happy New Year. Put it down. And that's like a quarter of what you did last week.
Come on,
remember last week the thing was, it looked like a fucking Slurpee.
Put it down.
What? Is that frozen, Lenny?
Look at Bob.
What?
Is that frozen?
No.
Can you shake it around a little bit?
No.
So Bob, take a look at it. Bring it up to the camera. There you go.
Is that freshly? Is that?
There we go.
Look at Bob. Look at Bob. He looks like Robert Young.
It was thick,
Like
it was
Robert
thick
Old.
and moist.
He looks like Father Knows Nothing.
Father knows
Listen,
nothing. Instead of father knows
he
best.
got to drink it the way Shuli said, he's got to have two.
Look, Bob don't want to see it, but he's got specific rules about
sideways.
how he wants him to drink
And
it.
you're gonna-
Something extra.
Ready. Flashlight up his ass.
No.
And then he's got to flash into the camera that my audio is down.
Hey, Mike,
No.
Mike, you going to take
No.
that from him? Huh? You going to let him talk to you like that? Huh?
What's the way of doing it?
Psych says I should look for the double box, so I'm trying to go.
Me.
Trying to look ahead.
And for sure.
Let's see if I can find the double box. Oh, wait a minute. I said something in this. What did I
Does
say?
the crazy story next week, and then he does it on his face.
There we
Holy
go.
shit,
And calls
Tracy said,
himself
and
a
then
whore.
he bird feeds it to Bob.
No.
And he,
That's a snowball, Mark.
he will masturbate, then masticate.
That's what you were saying yesterday, Scott. It was a snowball.
No, that's a Friday at Secrets.
Squirt gun?
I know. I like
Oh,
crazy
squirt
stories. That's
gun.
good.
A cum loop-de-loop.
But it has to be a decent load.
Come
That load you
loop-de-loop.
have here today is subpar compared to what you had last week. Last week was I wish.
So yes, this was a saga, and it was all based on the fact that here we go. Scott, Psych said I should go to this. This was all based on the fact that it just came up by crazy happenstance in a conversation one day, and Leonard was like, "Yeah, I've done that," and talked about one time when he couldn't find a napkin. Scott reminded us that he kind of cleaned himself up. So because he said it was such a non-big deal, these guys couldn't believe that he would actually come on air and do this.
And suck your fingers dry, all right?
Okay, when am I starting this? Is there a count?
Start now.
No.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, you can see it.
No.
Oh, there went. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the chat. Hang on. I got to go back.
Right? And you're
What am I
gonna-
doing?
You're gonna hold the cup up to the camera, and you're gonna take two fingers. You're gonna dip it in the surprise, and then
In the
and then you're
surprise.
gonna lick it off your fingers and suck your fingers dry. All right?
Okay, when am I starting this? Is there a
Start
count?
now.
Exactly,
Start now.
Space Nerd.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, you can see it.
Again, do it again.
I'm throwing up right now, says Brian Clauder. This is painful to watch. All right, well, you get to watch Bob's reaction.
Oh God.
I got nothing in me.
Oh Lord. All right, there you go. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's affecting people's appetites and the show numbers.
I
But there
was
you
able to
go.
work up a little something and stuff.
Wait a minute. What are you doing, Scott? What do you
I
got?
was able to- I was able to
Wait a
work-
minute.
I was
No,
able to work-
Scott, it's not that kind of show. What are you doing, Scott? I didn't ask you to do this.
Oh, he just drank it.
Oh.
my God.
Oh my God. We hope that was milk, folks. We hope that was milk. We don't know, lest anyone think. We really don't know. Let's see. We have some. Brian Clauder says I'm throwing out right now. That's what you always want to hear when you have a show. This is painful to watch, says Mr. Crow. Donkey Kongington checks in and says Psych, Matt, BF Scott, Ding Dong, and Robert Nicotine Fingers.
Okay.
I like that. Donkey Kong checking in. You get the donkey sound from Scott, but you always get this from me when you check in. What's up, Donkey? Spacey says you could show this to Bob now and still have him puking in stereo. That would be funny. Have him reacting to him puking himself. Donks is 100%. Matt says the funny thing is Lenny so badly wanted to be on Miserable Men that he did this a few times to be a permanent member, but as soon after hated being on panel. He was always annoyed at Mike. Yeah, no matter what happened, Matt, he just could not stand Mike, right, Bobby Nick?
No.
He despised.
Mike,
but it was like
Mike
a
somehow
sexual
just
tension, wasn't
rubbed
it?
him.
Though.
Well, it seemed like it back then. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he just had this hate for Mike.
Yep.
And Mike just rubbed him the wrong way. I don't know if he was sick and tired of, not being able
Scott,
to
you're going
see
to say
his
what I
cock
was
or
going to say.
something?
Yep.
Who was
Kinda
it like,
me and
Scott?
Tiffany.
Yes,
Like me and
yes,
Tiffany,
I knew
bro.
it. I heard you about to say it. I was going to say the same thing. I'll let you say it. It reminds me of the relationship with you and Tiffany. Oh shit, yes, that kind of tension energy there to it. Matt says Donkey boned up. Kahuna says Donk's my brother checking in. Good to see Kahuna hanging out in the chat. Donkey Kongton says nice milk, Scott. Vitamin D or butter. Yikes.
Vitamin me.
Vitamin me. Oh, ho. He said it's vitamin me, lest you think. Oh yeah, Donkey Kongton from Space Nerd. I'm clipping the third time he drank it tonight. Mike always called him Leonard. He hated being called Leonard because we believe it reminded him more of his father. Like my father's Leonard. I'm Lenny, right?
Yeah.
And that's the worst mistake that you can tell anybody in that crew or this podcast community is that you don't want to be called something because that's the only thing you're going to be called from now on. Yeah, so everybody called Leonard from now on. Donkey Kongton says, cheers, Kahuna, my brother. Hey, Kahuna from Space Chief 75. Gasha says, what happened to the other guys from that show? Well, Brent disappeared and Iso is a child molester, so I don't know. That's not funny, no. That's not funny, but yeah,
Mark Barnes, he's still doing his music gigs.
Yeah. What's it? She Said No, right?
Yeah, She Said No is his band. Yeah,
his band's called She Says No. He plays like the greater New Jersey area, I think. He's like very busy with that, playing for the old folks and all. Shout out Mark Burns if you ever see this. I asked him a few months ago if he would ever be willing to come on BF Live, and he was nicely got back to me and said he's very busy with his personal life and really doesn't have time for it. But maybe we'll hook up down the road sometime. But shout out to Mark Burns, Mark Burns, and then Brent. He just kind of disappeared. I can't believe that Brent just like disappeared like that, guys.
Yeah,
he seemed like he was in this game for so long, being on Bubba, being on Stern, and then this breaks him. I can't believe it, Scott.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think even people that think they live that lifestyle, I think it still breaks them down eventually.
Well, yeah, it's bad enough, like because for those that don't really know, Brent and his wife Caitlin were like proud and out there swingers and all, but we always talked about how it could put a strain on their relationship, and we couldn't believe that you could have like a stable relationship and swing and all. So, like you said, even that by itself is enough stress and pressure, but then you got outside forces like reporting with you and fucking with you and things like that and all. All right.
Yeah, I see Caitlin still posting. I don't think she mentions anything about him anymore, so I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if they're still together.
Wow, I haven't seen. Oh, they aren't together anymore. Blummel's defense lawyer, or question mark. He's put a question mark on it.
I don't know.
Your parents were swingers, says Space Nerd. Wow, I don't know if I could ever wrap my head around that, Space Nerd. Like people in general, but especially my parents. What's that, Scott? What were you saying, buddy?
I think she still told him.
She still? Oh, really? Oh, shit. Kahuna Nui says, have a great day, everybody. Back to work for me. Well, Kahuna,
Back to work. Back to work.
You should stop by tomorrow to BF Live and check in on BF Live. Maybe that'll be a thing. And Lenny, was he a regular? Yes, so Lenny was a friend of Shuli's. He was around a lot. I think he would help Shuli get around town. He kind of knew Shuli through hanging around in New York and all. And so he would come up in the studio, and it kind of led to him being on the air back in those days. And he's very proudly has that Sirius building badge that he would clown on him for still having till this day. His pass to the building and all.
He's a chef, I believe. Whatever.
Yes, he cooked at he cooks at Top Golf currently. That's what he was doing last we heard. But he was doing like institutional cooking. But yeah, he's working at Top Golf last we heard. Later, Kahuna from Space Chief 75. They aren't together anymore? Question mark. Gash says, "What's up, Maine?" from Donkey Kongton. They were. I will ask Bubba. Yeah, ask Bubba what Brent's up to. If you have a line, if you think he'll talk about that, sure. I would like to know. Is that a swinger or a pervert? I don't know. To each their own. I don't judge it. I mean, I couldn't do it, so I judge it on that level that I couldn't do it. But if consenting adults want to do consenting adult shit, that's on you. Bubba, I know what you meant. Granny checks in and says, "Yes."
I gotta say, Wendy just sent me a picture.
Oh no!
And yeah, oh my God, It's a long one. It's like it's gotta
Bobby,
be.
Nick, I'm
It's gotta
sorry,
be like,
buddy.
It's gotta be like this long.
This is like a daily occurrence. Bobby, you reacted and discussed yesterday because you received something during the show, right?
Yeah. And once again, yeah. I mean, I don't know how. Oh, it's thick too. Like
Jesus Christ.
it almost looks like it has a ball on the end of it.
This is the nature of Bobby, Nick, and Wendy.
Like
Oh boy, Bobby, Nick. Well, I'm sorry you have to go through that trauma, buddy. Hey, you know, I saw she had a particular title on her stream last night. Did you see that, and do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. What was it? Why does Bobby Nick?
Why is Bobby Nick left me or
No.
this-
oh man,
something
why-
like that?
No. Why does Bobby Nick turn me on? That's what.
Oh,
it
I
was.
thought turn on me. I
Oh.
didn't know what the hell she was saying, Bobby Nick. Turn
Yeah.
on me, turn me on. I wasn't quite sure, but yeah, shout out to our friend Wendy. Let's see. Granny checked in. I was about to read this and says, Bumble's defense lawyer, she was never back together since the Puerto Rican hammer. Yes. I think that kind of changed the whole complex of that relationship, Granny. Yeah. I think she got her world rocked by that guy and was like, fuck this Brent guy. You're not wrong about that. Granny knows him some history.
Yeah.
Well, now I think this is in response to I said Kahuna will be by tomorrow, so he's saying count me in, BF.
Nice.
And I'm being a little facetious, that word, if I can say that, facetious. I've talked to Kahuna a little bit, and I invited him on the show tomorrow because I think Kahuna is a good guy. Kahuna is a guy, like many of you, that I only met and knew through chat family. Always positive energy, always positive vibes. Hey, BF. Hey, Kahuna. I mean, I got to know him and appreciate him just as much as I do anybody else in the chat family. I think he likes doing this, and I don't like the way that I think he's kind of been pushed out of this realm or forced out, because I can really tell he likes doing this. And so I basically said as much to him, and I extended him an offer, and I said, hey, man, I know you really love doing this shit, and I don't like that you kind of been pushed out for all the whatever weirdness happened. So I said, hey, man, if you ever want to have a place to drop in during the day and maybe talk about it, whatever way you want to do it, stop by BF Live. So Kahuna Nui will be here tomorrow. He will be the guest on BF Live tomorrow, and we're just going to talk about things from his perspective and his point of view. I met him up at DabbleCon, and I know things have kind of degraded and deteriorated with his relationship with Joey C. So it isn't about having him come on and trash Joey C. I just want Kahuna to know that he has a place to hang out with boys and has a place to express his point of view about all of this stuff. Anything he wants to talk about, we'll hear from Kahuna tomorrow.
Yeah, we love Kahuna. And,
yeah, Bobby, what do you got to say about this, buddy? You've done many shows with him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he used to come on no filter. I dragged him everywhere I go.
Yeah, you did.
You know?
You did. He was
For a
like
long time,
that was a good way of putting it. He was like your Velcro for a while there.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought, and I noticed that he's kind of just disappeared, and I heard some rumblings about this and that. And I don't really want to get in any lane saying, well, I defend Kahuna or I defend Joey.
Right.
I just know Kahuna from being chat family, and I don't want to see him get pushed out of something that I thought that he likes doing. So I wanted to just give him a forum to do it, Bob.
I thought that was all a bit, man. I didn't know it was so serious. I thought it was a bit or something.
I mean, it originally started out as a bit, but I think they worked themselves into a shoot.
The bit turned into a shoot. So we'll get down to it tomorrow. And like I said, just catching up with him. I mean, if we wanted to, I'll show the pictures we'll talk about when we got together at DabbleCon and kind of our relationship, how we got to know each other, and where it stands now, and where he thinks if he wants to do this in the future or whatever. Because like I said, Bobby Nick, I could tell from being a podcaster, Kahuna caught the bug big time.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to podcast so much that he got behind on his work, and I felt bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
I was jealous of his plugs.
I was. Well, yeah, he can do those plugs really good.
Yeah, so I could tell he really likes doing it. Scott's jealous of how he does his plugs. I'm jealous that he always has his guns out. I never buy tickets to the gun show. He's always got the gun show going on there.
He
So
does.
tomorrow, for better, for worse, whatever, hanging out with a bro you know, let everybody know that Kahuna Nui will be checking in on BF Live tomorrow. So come by and say hi to him and maybe ask him a couple questions. Hey, Donkey from our friend Gaseous. Donkey Kongton says, I can remember seeing my mom's dildo on the bathroom counter next to the sink several times when I was a kid. At least she washed it. Holy shit. Ooh, I still say swinging family, mom's thing. I don't. Ooh, why? Like Space Nerd said earlier when Lenny was drinking his own brand. Why? Simply why? Reddit says they are broken up. I believe is what Gimme Bezos.
How did he know he washed? How did he know she washed?
Yeah. Did you like walk in and she was like stroking it one day, dude? Like doing this, like don't pay no mind to your mother. I'm just stroking a rubber penis over here. Give me the clothes.
Oh, did you give it the sniff test?
Ooh, Scott. Ooh.
Sorry.
What's your mom's brand smell like? Yeah, don't be sniffing it or licking it. LOL says Minnie Crow. Brent is still married and running a local radio station in Florida, says Gimme Bezos. It's amazing what you can find out about these people. I just knew that he kind of disappeared from this whole dabble verse and this whole realm like that. He was just gone. And I couldn't believe it, Bobby Nick, because he's been a radio guy, a big part of his life. He's went from the Bubba realm. I mean, he's big through all of these grinds. He's been through the Bubba grind. He's been through the Howard Stern grind. And I thought he had too much love for the game to totally go away from it.
Well, I think those trolls got to him.
I think so too, because they acted like they didn't care and they could take anything that comes, but that wasn't what their faces and their relationship was projecting, Bobby Nick.
No.
Hoya Blum was our friend Space Nerd. Yes, sir.
I think there was a lot of doxing and a lot of people stepping way out of line.
They were.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What else do you do? Maybe you just go away.
Hoya Granny from Space Nerd. Thanks for Granny for checking in. Hoya Donkey Kongton from the Mandy Diff. Donkey Kongton says, it's amazing how or reading one word of a sentence as a different word can make it mean something completely different. And that's what's tricky about reading these chats so fast, trying to have context, trying to run a show, or even when like you get a text or something. One little word being off, you can't pick up sarcasm or attitude in text. Not every time. But maybe that one word just being turned or said in a different way, Bobby Nick, can make it a whole different thing. I relate to that.
Yeah.
Granny is getting the love from Mandy Diff. Space Nerd says, yeah. Gasha says KNWO.
Kahuna World
World Order. Well, the Kahuna's going to make his first appearance in a long time. When any shows, he will be appearing here tomorrow on BF Live on Thursday. Space Nerd says, I'm out heading to the river to milk the last day of summer. Enjoy your day. And Hoya, I love hearing that, Space Nerd. You go do you.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Donkey Kongton says, Kahuna, I'll see you tomorrow. You're on here. Effing, you know what? Come on. Thank you, Space Nerd, for saying thanks to me. Peace, Space Nerd. Have a good day. Gasha says, Kahuna is partially the reason why I started watching all of these shows. Lunatic Lounge, No Filter, etc.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gaseous. And yeah, it's great when you I got to know, you get a vibe off of people in chat family. Kahuna was one of these people, definitely, and all the Shuli Show chats, and you get a vibe. So it's cool when you that you see them on air and you go, hey, they kind of are really that person. And then you meet them in person and you know, you go, really, they are that person. So that's what's been the greatest thing about doing this stuff, is kind of taking it to the next levels, getting to know these people and getting to know people in general. So that's great. Thanks for letting us know. You can tell that Kahuna has love for the game and all, and he likes just being a dude and sitting around and just being real like kind of we are. So I think he would fit in good over here, and we're going to have fun tomorrow with him. Space Nerd says, you too, Donkey Kongton. Granny says, BF Live over here wrangling elder schnauzers. I resemble that remark. What does that mean, Granny? How you doing, buddy? I, for one, American Cupcakes checking in. Hello. Wait a minute. I, for one, know for a fact that Bob has trouble reading. Just look at my name. That's right. Because he was like a American Cup of Joe, right, guys? You remember Cupcake's old name?
Yeah.
Like a American Cup of Joe or Hot Cup of Joe. And he goes, American Cupcake's corn, a cupcake. And yeah, and you're forever now a cupcake. The American Cupcake. I heard someone ask him quite seriously, well, a grown man calling yourself Cupcake, and we had to tell that person very proudly that once you get a name given to you by Bob Levy, it sticks no matter what it is. So he's very proud of that name. Donkey Kong says, why the fuck else would it be left beside the sink repeatedly? And yes, Scott. Ugh. He got used a lot and washed a lot. And he said yes. Oh, he sniffed the brand. Jesus. He's like,
no.
Mom, oh damn, Mom.
That's your mom, bro.
It's your mom, mean. Isn't Brett also known as Nude Shuley? I don't know. Well, look who's checking in. It's the bro, you know, with the golf symbol. I know my man likes some golf. It's Terry Nee. I don't know if you were watching. What's that, buddy?
Yeah, your stalker.
My stalker.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Scott Stalker. Not only is he Scott Stalker, but he was the producer of that cool Space Chief 75, what I call like a commercial or a promo video. How you doing, Terry Nee? Checking in? I know you're enjoying these last days of fall because now it's getting cool enough where you can kind of be out on the greens and you won't get roasted to a crisp. So enjoy your day, Terry Nee. Thanks for checking in, brother. There you get the love from you.
Happy birthday, Terry Nee.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Always happy birthday. Terry Nee informs us that the Toms River is closed. Bobby starting with that Toms River shit again. Yeah, Terry Nee. Listen to what Bob said. The Toms River. So he's been calling me Clyde lately. And that's why you added the Clyde to your name earlier in the week. I saw that.
Right. Okay,
Kahuna equals Schnauzer. Bobby Nick equals a Schnauzer.
Yeah, apparently we're both schnauzers.
We're having dog metaphors, dog puns. Is there an origin to this, or is this something new out of Granny?
He's been saying about me for a while.
BF equals Sharpay. I'm a Sharpay, and Scott equals a stray with a mane. A Sharpay. What the fuck, man? Giving us all dog designations. What are you, my dog? Droopy dog. Hello, folks. The Sharpay. Let's see. I'll be golfing in 3 weeks, says our friend Psych Labs. Hey, you know, Scott, and I realized we've had so much fun and the show's chopped up in all different ways. Hey, and I'm kind of doing this spontaneously. Check out Scott Fitzpatrick, the prop master. There's his Stream Element spot. You can check out his page where he goes on all of his walks. You can see him work off that soda that he's drinking today. Hey, Terry Nee from the Mrs. Honeybee. Donkey Kongington says, I was only 3 or 4 the first time I saw it. Half of you guys would probably have put it in your mouth at that age. Well, come on, man. No. Half of you guys? So I think he's admitting to a little more than we wanted here, Scott.
Well, at the age 3 or 4, I don't know. If I was
I don't know. It's getting crazy here. I think it's time to take the long overdue piss break, Scott. And I can see you got the thing up because we have already done 2 hours of live, fun, original content here, but we're nowhere near done. This is what I think we should do, guys. And Bobby Nick, maybe you could help me with this if Granny is so inclined. So what I was going to do is that we're going to take the BF Live piss break. That's about 2.5 minutes. Granny, I see you hanging out in the chat, brother. And I'm going to show this Doom video of Aaron getting arraigned. And then we're going to show the video of Aaron reacting to his arrest and arraignment. So, Bobby Nick, what I'm asking you, if Granny, if you want to jump on, bro, you mentioned last week that if we ever talk about this, wait a minute, that you could jump on maybe because you said, I know you're a steel toe. You've been involved in the steel toe world and all. So either way, if you're up for it today or not, it's your decision, buddy. You don't have to jump on. So we're going to take the piss break. When we come back from the piss break, we're going to get into the most incredible felony arrest you've ever seen in your life. The whole Aaron thing and the whole Dabbleverse thing. We're going to get into steel toe stuff. But right now, it's going to be 2.5 minutes. Wait a minute, what did he say? I just saw you said something. Yes, send me the link. So Granny's going to join us. All right. So I'm kind of putting it together happenstance, willy-nilly, just as the show happens and flows. So that's what we're going to do. 2.5 minute piss break. Bobby Nick, my friend, is going to send Granny the link. Granny's going to join us, and we're going to watch Doom's video, and then we're going to watch Aaron video. We're going to get into the whole steel toe thing right after this. But right now, I think I need a piss break. Back in 2.5 minutes for BF Live Stream Show 140 on this Wednesday. Let's go. See you in 2.5 minutes for more fun right here on BF Live.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I do every time. I don't use my underwear to guide. I touch it to let me know what I still got. How's everybody doing? We are back for, it should be the second half of BF Live, because typically we take this break halfway through the 3 hours that we do here every day, but we're having so much fun and we extended it. We held our beat real long. We held what we had till we're already into the 3rd hour of the show. So I know that Doug, they say time flies when you're having fun. As corny as that is, it's very true here on BF Live. So welcome back. We'll wait till Scott gets back. And I saw Granny said in the chat that he's kind of involved in something. He'll be here in a few minutes. So we'll do a little talking and we'll set this up a little bit in the meantime. Let's see. Thank you. Build a barn for the gifts. Okay. Happy birthday, Cherry name. Build that barn for those gifts. Psych, have fun stroking. He's talking about being in a golf tournament soon. The Mrs.
I'll be
Honeybee
stroking.
I'll be stroking. I better win this tournament. It's been 2 years since I won it. All right. And right before we left, Granny said send him a link. We'll see him soon. Cheers, Grandma Grannington, says Donkey Kongington. Mrs. Honeybee, cheers from the Donkey Kongington. Granny informed me. He said, let me get out of the game, and I'll be there in a minute. Well, come on. We'll get the game. What you doing over there?
Yeah, I could see he's playing League of Legends, I think it is.
League of Legends. Come on. All right. I got to check the gay meter for that one. League of Legends. Come on, Granny. League of Legends, really? Compared to be on bet, but come on, man, you're 75% on the game meter. Come on. Nah, that's okay. I tried to, like, I would play like online hockey with my nephews and stuff, Bobby Nick, but having people like yelling in my ear while I'm playing video games is not the way I came up on video games, buddy. No. I didn't come up with this whole online thing with people yelling in your ear and this whole team, this team strategy and all that shit.
Yeah, no, neither did I. Yeah. It's kind of intimidating. You know, it's like,
well, it can be. When I was trying to keep up playing NHL with my younger nephews and all, and they got more stick and button moves than I do. You know, I have a life and shit, so I get on there playing the best I can, and they know every kind of other semi stick button move, and
Yeah, I always hated that. Like people made that their lives, you know.
Yes.
They'd
There
be
were a
just
few
so good at
times.
video games, and you're like,
Yes. But can't do
I
anything
can't.
else in life.
Yeah, but you know what was really funny is I could always kick anybody's ass in a lot of wrestling games because those are the games that I really excelled at.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the pro wrestling games I loved to play.
And it was only a couple times that I played NHL. I went into like a public lobby and played with like a rando kid, and he might have talked some shit in the ear like, "Mister, you suck," or something, you know. You suck, dude. You know. But so we're back. We got the whole crew back here. Granny will be joining us soon, and I'll be interested in his take on this because Granny was I think he like modded, or maybe he's still modding. I don't know. Didn't he mod it for a time? I'll ask him when he gets here. I don't ask.
I'm pretty sure he did. Lemmy did too.
That's what I thought. Holy shit! Did BF just say he was about to have Willie Nelson on the show? I know. I see him backstage, so we're ready to go now. Holy shit, says Donkey Kongington. Minnie Crow says, quit playing jizzball, Granny. Priorities. Fucking jizzball. All right, well, I see the jizzball backstage, so that's his cue to bring him in. He's the bro, you know. I've been looking forward to talking to him, and I think he's got some stuff to say about this all stuff. So let's bring him in. He's the bro, you know. It's Granny, y'all. Come on, Granny.
What's up, everybody?
Granny, how have you been, my friend? I don't know that I've been on air with you or talked to you since you kind of did what you had to do for yourself, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. Fucking ups. There's ups and downs to it. You know what I mean? So
I'm sure there is, man. But for whatever it means coming from me, mad props and big respect for you, brother, for identifying the situation and at least having the balls to try to do something about it, brother. And I know it's not always going to be perfect and it's not always going to be a clean. You might have your ups and downs, but mad respect for taking care of your business, brother.
Hell yeah. You didn't like Sharpay, dude?
Sharpay. I'm trying to remember how gay that dog was.
No, they fight bears, bro. They're bred to fight bears.
Okay. All right. I was just trying to see where it all stood and all. So you're doing good.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into this whole Aaron and Steel Toe thing. So this guy, I think the karma train has just been waiting to run into this guy. Tell everybody, tell me, what is your experience in history with Steel Toe, bro?
Well, I went over to listen to him from Bubba, man, because they had like this call-in war with Bubba, and then I started listening to him. No, I can't be trusted with a mod. I heard you talking about it. Absolutely not. That's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
I'll just start fucking with people just because it makes me laugh. And
right, you amuse yourself with you if somebody gives you a wrench. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's like even in my own fucking streams, I don't have a wrench because I'll start fucking with you.
Don't trust yourself.
But yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah, man, then I got, became friends with Corey and shit and was on his show a few times. And so really, to tell you the truth, man, as much of a piece of shit as Aaron is and his karma is catching up with him, like you said, he at one point did give me what I wanted in the mornings, which is topics while I'm working.
Yeah, and that's what he should have stuck to, bro. Like, I can hear the broadcaster in him. I can see that there was a guy that used to be on Minnesota radio delivering you the traffic and the news and the weather and maybe hitting you with some kind of Howard Stern kind of content and maybe in a market that didn't have it. But so when did you notice that it turned into this whole kind of grand illusion about himself? Did you notice that happening?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, dude. So, like, radio guys in particular, right? That's what you're talking about. So, in our world, we have two different people, man. We got podcasters and we have radio dudes. The radio dudes are always the fucking same. They go by the book, man. It's arrogance, everything for the show, and then falter back and be like, I'm just this crazy shock jock guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every fucking time. That's it. You can literally fucking draw a goddamn graph to it. You know what I mean? And I think that got away from him, man. And then his personal shit came out.
Yeah.
And that was his problem, man. He had too many skeletons in that fucking closet for being Mr. High and Mighty radio guy. I'm putting on a fucking shtick,
Yeah, because they're eventually going to come out. My whole experience with Aaron and Steel Toe was that I was kind of introduced to him through Bob Levy and kind of Gino a little bit maybe talking about it, but mostly Bob Levy saying, hey, because Bob's always out like looking for the next guy, like watching you and watching us. So he said, hey, there's this Aaron guy. He could tell that he was like not a bad broadcaster, and Bob was trying to like pull him in to kind of this world and all that stuff. But then it quickly turned into them like apparently they were going to go to the first DabbleCon, and we were supposed to all of a sudden give a shit about what they thought about Stuttering John, and I never believed that they actually gave a shit from the start.
What about their personal opinions, or just like I don't know what you mean in that question.
Okay, yeah, because that wasn't very good, so thank you. Yeah, the Stuttering John stuff, I don't think that they really had any kind of skin in the game to come to DabbleCon, and everybody all of a sudden gives a shit about what Steel Toe cares or says about Stuttering John in this whole situation. I think they tried to inject themselves into this realm for the heat.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a PR move that Aaron thought would be a good one. And that's all it is, man. Aaron, and again, I should just say this, all radio guys always look for opportunistic fucking venues like that. Ricada was one of them. The whole Ricada thing, he was like, dude, I just let this guy blast my wife and I get to fucking get these LawTube numbers. It was the same fucking thing, man. You can give Bubba a little credit. He let, debatably at one time, the most famous man on earth fuck his wife. So, there's a theme. Radio guys and their wives getting fucked. Brent Hatley. Look at that.
Wow, that's
true.
a great connection you're making with all those stories, and I'm familiar with all of those stories. But I think it really went bad when, and then all of a sudden, sure enough, I'm like, I'm not feeling this whole DabbleCon thing. Like, why does anyone think that people give a shit about what Aaron and April have to say about Stuttering John? So sure enough, when it got closer to the event, things happened and they kind of fell off. Like, because I think they kind of knew, like, what are we really going to provide for DabbleCon? Like, I don't really think they had any actual skin in the game. They were just there for the cheap heat, and then they made the mistake of turning on Bob Levy, which was kind of a bad thing. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I was like, that was pretty fucked up, dude. And remember they had Perry on too, and that seemed disingenuous as well. When they had Perry on, and then they went after fucking Tom B.
Right.
They were like, oh, Tom B's fucking abused, and that was all based on fucking Kiki and Chrissy Mayer. It's fucking opinion.
Because they were butthurt because Perry had he had the nerve to say the truth that when they came out to the West Coast and they did the Comedy Store or whatever, when they did that collective gig together, Perry came on and said, hey, these comedians aren't very good. They're like, he was just talking like straight shit about them basically. And so I think Kiki and Chrissy got a bone up their ass for a Perry after that,
But so and you're asking when it all went south. I guess when the ship went tits up was when he was defending her about not being on drugs while she was actively on drugs on the show. And he had to be so adamant about it because he's a radio guy. He had to fucking hard sell it.
Yep.
And then once you have to go back on that, now you're just a hypocritical asshole.
Right, and that's the brilliance of Aaron, is that he believes that he can just sell us any bill of goods he wants, bro. He thinks that we just fall for anything he says. Like, don't believe your eyes. Don't believe that you're seeing like a person that looks like they're strung out or having a drug problem. Just believe what I'm telling you. And that's why he's like chef's kiss, because he thinks that he can spin what a collective group of grown-ass people are seeing with our own eyes and tell us that and steer it a whole nother way.
Yeah, and then he puts that shit on Nick Ricada like they're not both manipulative assholes. That's the funniest part to me. You know what I mean? You're not going to get an ounce of truth out of either one of them.
And my whole rub, not only his level of delusionalism about his superiority, but just the fact that he was part of this whole thing going on. He was over there when the swinging was going on. He was over there when the drugs were being used where children may have been in the house. You knew, basically. And now because you got kicked out of the cool kids club, to snitch on them and act like you're high and mighty and you were never that low or scummy. He just don't get that lane with me. I just don't buy that. To me, he's just as bad as the people he's talking about.
You know what it reminds me of? It's like that kid that never fuck. That might be a lot of you. So I started doing fucked up shit when I was young. So like getting into it, like I kind of settled down in my old age. Now he's like older, you know what I mean? Like midlife crisis type of shit.
Yes.
We're gonna do a little Molly. We're gonna do a little bit of cocaine, dude. Fucking mix it up with the wife situation.
He thought he
and
could
then
hang.
wham! Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's so full of delusion that he started buying his own delusion and thought, yeah, and he got out dick, dude. He like that dude dicked his girl away from him. He got straight up fucking cucked.
Fuck, man. What's that like?
I think he thought he was the alpha male. You know, he was believing his own brand. He's like, I'll go in here and fuck in this swinging situation, and I'm the alpha male, and all the women will come and want only to be with me. And it kind of went the whole other way on him, is what I think happened.
As far as the connection between me and Aaron, and the same thing, I have had personal conversations with him. I'm a fucking caller. I don't know how long that is because I've kind of fucked around the last 2 times, but there is nothing outside of that. Like I'll never fucking come to Aaron's aid or anything like that. I don't support shows like that, bro. You fucking pick your own fights. You're gonna fight them. And like when I was at Joey C's, he almost got jumped by a bunch of black dudes from a bus stop. That was his fight, brother. And I had to watch, maybe joined in a little bit, and not because I don't like him, but just so I didn't get beat the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Well, that was so funny, Granny. I was, I'm always kind of clicking on YouTube and on. I was really shocked to see, and how did that come about? And I couldn't tell if you were in the same room or not, but you got together with Joey C and kind of did a little show with him, didn't you?
Oh yeah, they were in the same room. They were in the same house, or apartment.
Yeah, I mean, Joey, look, dude. Joey, honestly, he's cool as fuck, man. He's one of those, and I'll even say this: one of those friends that like you go see, like a couple times a year just to see what the fuck is gonna happen. Like every day it's a little much, but Joey's good people, man. He had fucking everything. He literally set up a fucking table and shit for me, like I was some kind of goddamn celebrity.
Yeah, it was really funny dynamic of not seeing you guys in the same room together and him looking at you and you feeding off of him and all that stuff. So that's cool that you're hooking up with this community now. So I do.
Joey C gave him that hat.
Whoa! Look at that fucking hat. Look at that fucking thing.
Fucking A, do I still have the hat, Dream, man? I'm sorry I'm in your chat here.
No, that's okay, buddy.
I wear the fucking thing out, man.
Let's get into it and see what the people are saying. If you're gonna be naked, at least show us the goods, says Articulate John. Gasha says that Rekieta was popular before that nonsense. Like you alluded to it, he was like getting that heat from those true crime and those law streams, right? From the Amber Heard thing and all that stuff, the Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah, and Aaron was trying to fuck up. You know what I mean? He thought that the YouTube numbers would come in because he was associating with Rekieta, and fucking that blew up, didn't it?
That's right. Much like the strategy he tried to apply, like you said, they're opportunists. If they see some heat going on out there, they try to attach themselves to that heat. So that's what it seems like. So soft swinging, says Articulate John. Donkey Kongington says Aaron spent so much time practicing being a fake radio guy that he turned into a fake ass motherfucker 24 hours a day. That's what happened to Aaron. What do you think about that statement, buddy?
I mean, I agree, dude. Honestly, I kind of hope, like, not for nothing, I kind of hoped he fucking went to jail. Kind of show him, like, spend 30 days in there, man. People will see through your shit, dude. And it's people that you've degraded and you think that you're above. Yeah. And, I mean, I don't know if you've ever done some time in the clink, but, dude, people see through that shit, and they do it pretty fucking quick, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, Aaron is the typical, should be the standard poster boy of why restraining orders don't work, because he's just delusional, bro. And you saw when he went to that hearing for violating that restraining order, and then he talked about it afterwards like, it was great. It was a great, fun lesson in civics today or some bullshit. Like he tried to spin that too. He is fucking delusional on such a high level, man. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Like, so much so that he has to trick himself into it, right? Like to actually believe it.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way that you can you have to spin it so much in your head to make it out for you to be the good guy. I don't know, it's weird.
Everything. And we're going to watch these 2 clips. I got Doom. I don't know if you see Doom stuff, but Doom clipped this. So he kind of sits along and watches this arraignment kind of as it happens yesterday. And then sure enough, Aaron goes on the day air the day after that talking about it. And so we'll see how he spins this after we catch up with some of these comments. Look at Howard and Stuttering John wife swapping, according to John. That never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He wishes.
The Dream Man checks in and says, Tom B is the only reason Perry isn't blowing dudes under a bridge for McDoubles.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say that. Fucking Dream Man said it. Happy Gosling is saying yo to Granny. The Donkey Kongton says, Nick Recato was swinging his dick in April and Aaron had the choice to either take the leftovers or go the fuck home. That's right. Like, how does Nick's dick taste there, Aaron? Aaron, Dream Man says, don't believe your lying eyes. Donkey Kong says, you're right, Dream Man. Dream Man, 100% donkey. Uh-oh, out dick. That's right. Lemmy Herbie, that's right. He got out dicked. What's up, the lovely little Lemmy? You can check her on a lot of mornings on her Twitch music stream show. How you doing, little Lemmy? Good to see you in the chat. Minnie Crow says there's nothing alpha about letting some guy fool around with your lady. Well, it's like kind of what Granny and I are talking about. After a while, you start believing your own delusions, and you go in there going to swing your dick, thinking you're the guy, and then he got hit in the head with that dick apparently, and now reality is setting in. Hey, Granny, you still have the hat? We got to that one already. I bet Nick had April baby birding into Aaron's mouth after he finished. That's just straight up gross, y'all. What is up with that?
Yeah, it's nasty.
Might be true, but it's gross. Looks awesome. The hat. Cheers, Dream Man from Donkey Kongton. Love the hat, says our friend Psych. There's your girl Mandy Diff checking in there, Granny.
Cheers.
I know she's a big Corn fan. Cheers,
we corn up a little bit.
Donkey Kongton says, it's kind of hilarious. Joey thinks all of you guys are celebrities.
Only Bobby Nick.
Joey C and Granny make a great combo, says Mandy Diff. She liked it. Ethan Ralph has been writing to prisoners, letting them know that Aaron is a snitch. R.I.P. Steel Toe. Donkey Kongton says, I think the whole saga is going to end with a Sue is. Oh no! Only in Minecraft, Donkey Kongton. Hey Mandy, how's it going from Donkey Kongton? All right, so let's do it. Let's get into it. We got our boy Granny here. He's some of a Aaron expert. He's a bro that you know. So let me get these couple clips that I have. We're gonna watch Doom. Ethan Ralph. We're gonna watch this. My Dabbleverse idiots shit. I can find
all caps when you spell the man's name.
All caps. You know it. Here we go. Dabbleverse idiot. So here we go. We're gonna watch him watching this arraignment because we watched with Aaron with the glee on his face, Granny, about when he watched April's arraignment. We kind of watched that here and watched that asshole talk about it and how she was looking and how she felt and all that stuff. And he had so much glee watching her. We're gonna do this to him now, and we're gonna watch Doom. We're all gonna watch him. This is Aaron, his Zoom arraignment yesterday, right here. His court hearing, and he did it from jail. So he got processed, and they had to give him a camera. But he kind of did this from the
I don't
jailhouse.
have a public defender application or an order
And
regarding.
that doubling is this feed. It gets fixed eventually further into the thing.
I haven't seen this.
Good.
Do you happen to know if that individual wants to proceed pro se?
This looks like
There he is, by the way.
There he is up there. I could pass some of the technical
Live
stuff.
and then living.
And let's get him in the feed.
Would it have one trespass case?
Let's not get ready.
And same thing. Attorney Officer.
Let's get right
Thank
to the
you.
boy himself.
I don't think anybody else is on Zoom besides me.
Okay. It looks like we can.
Come on, let's get the geek in
Dancing
here.
around in that ring.
Here we go. Because you got to wait in line. There's a couple online cases going. Here we go. Here's
There
the
he
asshole.
is.
Look at the puss on
There
this
he
guy.
is. Another win for the toe.
Another win for the toe, Green.
You shouldn't have fucked with me, bitch.
He does look like he just got
Just
caught
on a
in fucking
whim, I
cookie
was
jar.
like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he does. And he looks like he could qualify for some other crimes, if you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Looks like he should be on a registry, if you know. Yeah.
Some ESO type of shit.
Yeah, bro. You know what I
He
was
thought
talking
he was
about.
gonna escape what everybody else had to suffer through. Not so fast, my friend.
Let's see. I don't like taking pleasure in
Gotta
others'
get the
misery,
court link.
but this asshole brought it on himself.
Mr.
You're not
Peterson,
wrong.
are you still
All
with
my
us?
methods.
Is Darlene?
Yep.
Looks like he's been crying. I mean, he very well may have. Doesn't look like the same old toe, does it?
Calling line 7 on the in custody calendar, state of Minnesota versus Aaron Michael Imholt.
Here we go.
This is court file number 73CR246910. We're here today for a first appearance. Just a reminder to anyone that is in the hearing room today that while this is a public hearing pursuant to General Rule of Practice 4.01, there is to be no recording of any court proceedings except the official court reporting and recording that is done here in the courtroom. Any violation of this court's rule that no recordings should be taken of this proceeding is punishable by contempt of court, including jail sanctions. Furthermore, any disruptions to this hearing will also be considered contempt of court and may be punished by contempt of court sanctions. The court expects all hearing observers and participants to follow the court rules, just as if you were present
Yeah,
here.
so she's making a comment, Granny, about they're letting people know, like Doom and stuff like this, about recording it, that you shouldn't be recording this. But he's watching it. It's a technicality, bro, because he's watching this live on stream, but he's like, I'm not recording it. I'm not recording it. But meanwhile, his live stream is being fucking recorded, right?
Yes. Do you think that's because of the situation? Like, because they went in and fucked with April and all that?
I was wondering because it does seem the prosecutor does have that in mind, and you'll hear it some in the comments. And that's why I was talking about how restraining orders are only as good as the people you apply them to, bro. Because if this asshole don't get that he should stay away and he's violating them, what good does it do?
And here's my thing too. What I don't understand is why they're still doing Zoom meetings.
After COVID's over and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it became too easy and too efficient, bro. But yeah, it helps us out in our situation in finding this. But
it does, yeah.
We are here today for a first
But
appearance.
look at this, Goober. I mean, and what's gonna be great is we're gonna watch a bit of this, and then we're gonna watch his spin the next day.
Mr. Peterson,
I'm not recording it.
Mr.
He says I'm not
Imholt's rights
recording
as well
it.
as the allegations.
But yeah, I do think because of the attention and the fact that they knew that he was a podcaster, and I think they got a sense of like, hey, I know that there's other assholes in the room that are recording this. Let me put this statement out here to let these podcasters know not to record it for legal reasons. Yeah, I believe it is because of who they're dealing with.
I have Judge, we waive reading.
Thank you. Combined with Rule 8 today.
Judge, we agree to accept Rule 8 materials by mail, and we would ask for an
Well, look at this
hearing.
Goober sitting there the whole time.
Thank you, Ms. Delana.
This doesn't look like a confident guy. This doesn't look like a guy who's happy to be part of the process and taking care of his civic duty and answering charges, right? He looks about scared.
He looks like a first-time arrestee. You know? This is the guy that in the holding cell, you got to be like, dude, you need to eat. Like, I know it doesn't look good, but like, you only get 3 of these a day, bud. Dig in.
And he'll have a story about his holding cell experience when we watch the other video.
Police conditions.
The state's requesting $100,000 unconditional or zero monetary bail with the standard conditions to include not leaving the state of Minnesota without permission, no contact with PCR, as well as a 500
It's
foot
not a
residency
recording.
restriction.
$100,000 bond.
Prohibited from directly or
So
indirectly.
you heard it there, Granny. What did you think about that, bro? Had you heard the number? 100,000 they put on him originally.
Damn, man. It's 10 G's to get out.
For this whole revenge porn thing. And so while filling the blanks for someone that don't really know this is that apparently this is alluding to or in reference to the fact that when he was on air bragging about this whole swinging situation, he was on air with Gino and he goes, your boy did good, or sent him a picture of his conquest or whatever. And so that's considered like revenge porn. And so they $100,000 for that one, bro. 100,000.
Fuck, man. Because he sent some nudes on air. Like, if this happens off air, we're not even here at this point, are we?
May not even be, but yeah, because once again, with the restraining order and a guy like him who doesn't know how far to take things or not take things, here you go.
Directly talking about disparaging and or harassing.
Doesn't that make Gino kind of a bitch a little bit? I hate to make you keep pausing it, but doesn't that make Gino a little bit of a bitch? Because the only way that happens is if Gino testifies that he saw what was described. I mean, regardless of what happened, like you could take it either way, man. You could be all offended about the nude thing or not.
Yeah.
But like, bro, I'm not going to court. I'm not going to court to testify on a nude deal. I don't give a fuck how much I hate you.
So I don't hate Gino, but I'm not the biggest Gino guy or the biggest defender and all. So, but I will say that I think my understanding of this timeline, Granny, maybe what happened because this shit's being put out in the open is that I think maybe somebody, maybe Nick or Kayla caught on the fact that, hey, he was on the show talking shit that he sent this picture to Gino. Oh, was he really? Well, I'm going to call my local police. Right. And she called the local police because what did Gino and Keanu say? That they were doing a show one day and Gino suddenly gets a call out of the blue from the Minnesota Police Department. So it's not like the situation where Gino says, hey, man, I don't really know if I really like this asshole and he shouldn't have done this. I'm going to turn him in. My understanding is that the police called him out on this and said, hey, we have information that you were possibly sent revenge porn. Is this true? So that's my take of how it went down. I don't know if I'm following that correctly or not. So,
but even at that point, everybody's got to be a stand-up citizen and be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Are we done on this phone call? I mean, look, unless you're going to catch charges for Aaron, which I wouldn't ever fucking do,
No.
I don't know shit.
No. But then, see, I'd be worried about a situation to where, like, what did somebody say? Somebody has even speculated that he might have thrown his phone in a river. I think I heard Korn say it, or in your show yesterday, saying, but he has no concept of technology and doesn't realize that the person on the other end still has the fucking picture, right?
Fair enough, yeah.
Right. So in that case, if say Gino like lied and denied, and then they found that it was actually linked on Gino's phone, he could have possibly
charges.
implicated in this. So I even though I'm not the biggest Gino fan or defender, I can't blame him the way I've seen this play out, buddy. So that's my little take on that. But we can watch a little more of this. Let's see what comes off.
Are online, on social media, and or during any online broadcast show that he participates in or has control of. I believe Your Honor has read the complaints. I won't go into that specific information as the court's well aware of the circumstances of this case. I do believe that the conditions as requested are appropriate, given the overall circumstances of the charges, as well as additional information.
$100,000 bond.
Online broadcasting.
That's a big one. You got to put 10% down. He would have had to put 10 G's down on that, right?
That's what I said, man. I was like,
also have a history of not abiding by court orders and no contact orders specifically, and violates them via an online broadcast show that he does have. He does have an HRO in place protecting a different individual. He recently was sentenced for an HRO violation. That violation circumstances were violations via his broadcast.
Right. So the prosecutor's already letting him know that he has other restraining orders, that he's already kind of shown this behavior. And Granny, that's just why I ask, what good does a fucking restraining order do where this guy can violate it, go pay a fine, now he's in court again for another thing, and nothing is happening to him based on this restraining order? They're worthless. They're not worth the fucking ink or the paper they're written with.
But I mean, you technically so the restraining order includes him talking about them like publicly, right? I mean, so his radio thing was that I'll just allude to it, and I guess that fucking bit him in the ass too, didn't it?
And I had other clips, they might be stored away or something, where he was like on the day after that fucking hearing talking about the ex again, just violating it right away. So I don't know. Let me see. Let's go. Let's get through this a little bit. Because it is 6 minutes.
Well, there goes the show.
There goes the show.
I witnessed a Second Circuit Court of Appeals case where similar
look at that fucking pussy sits there with.
The Second Circuit Court of Appeals did find that it would not violate freedom of speech as it was reasonably related to the nature and circumstances of the offense, as well as it was narrowly tailored and only restricting discussion regarding the victim in that specific case.
So I'll try to get up to his lawyer because it's 100,000, but then now his lawyer is going to make some arguments.
A single misdemeanor conviction concerning a harassment restraining order.
So this is his lawyer making the case that he's a good citizen, that whole thing. He only has this misdemeanor for violating the restraining order.
Current charge, the most serious charge, but Your Honor, I talk about the news in my life, and my life is the news. Of 3 years in prison. I say this for context concerning the severity of charges compared to other more severe charges. My client is a homeowner and has lived in Minnesota all his life. He's 37 years of age, and
I like how he's setting all this up. He's 37. He's lived in Minnesota all his life. This is his case for making a bail reduction. The fact that he lives here and has a job, you know.
Well, he's not flight risk. I guess as a lawyer, it's kind of your job to do some shit like this. You know, try to get that bail. You laying down 10 G's on a fucking pitcher?
Nah,
they called the
absolutely
news
not.
on the motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, I know. I saw they did like a whole blow up on Fox News about it, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. It broke yesterday on the Corn Show. I was like, it's exactly what I said. You got to do some fucked up shit for some people to call the news on you, man.
I think that's where I saw it. I saw you guys playing it on Corn Diff, and I saw somebody said on there that like Stevie Lou's gonna run with this or something. Like he's gonna put it in his credits or something like that. Stevie Lou, Fox News with. Let me see.
That has to go on the resume for Stevie, right? He always got a slap on. I was on Fox News 9
He's not to
segment.
leave the state of Minnesota without permission of correction
let's get up
media.
Your this is the judge deciding.
Any podcasts or similar online shows. The
So
court does
basically, it
believe
got reduced to 75, Granny. I don't know if you heard.
restriction
She
on
reduced
simply
it to
not mentioning
75.
KCR is narrowly tailored.
But she reduced it to 75 and she waived all of it on conditions. And she's just naming the conditions right now. So that's kind of the gist of that. You can see his derpy face. It was 100. She reduced it to 75 after that compelling argument from his lawyer got it reduced a whole 25,000. So it would still been 7,500, but she waived it all if he keeps it 100. Very well. Mama's going to make 100% recovery. I object to this kangaroo court, says the Dream Man. We're all going to jail, says Minnie Crow. Maybe for playing this, I don't know. Spacey 75 says, I don't think I've ever known anyone as goofy and as twerpy as this dude. Long-term jail would eat him alive. He looks like he watched a donkey show. Yeah, he did. He's got that post-trauma look on his face, like, what did I just witness? Let's see. Yeah, the restraining order means nothing to a maniac. LOL FST. Donkey Kong says, doing it in Zoom saves money all the way around, even as the court cost. Scott has mutated. Let's see. Wowzers. Nice bond for a moron. Donkey Kong says, yes, you did not know Gino was a little bitch, Granny.
No, I did know that. No, I've come to find that out even more.
Mm-hmm.
Old Gene won't talk to your boy.
Was that right? Well, it's funny. I remember when I was watching the Compound days, and I remember Gino used to laugh at all what he considered the lowly YouTubers now. And where is he at now? Put on YouTube right along with us. So
right down here with us, bud.
Life and karma. It all works out at the end. We did that. Look at that face. He's mad. But watch when you see this spin. Donkey Kong says, I'm telling you, I can see this whole thing becoming more and more unhinged. I don't think Aaron is really the type of person who handles pressure well, but he acts like it. Yeah, no, guys, I'm really okay. I'm cool and everything's cool. Frog and Don played the news clip on their show last night, too. I didn't have that pulled yet. All right, so now let's get into the other clip I have. Now let's get into the Aaron spin, buddy. And then you'll know kind of him from watching him and all. And then you'll kind of know how much maybe this is bullshit and how much of this is just Aaron. But here we go. This is like his first show afterwards. I want to shout out to Stalin19 who clipped this. Shout out Stalin19. Let's watch this one now. Here's Steel Toe the day after. $75,000 bond. He's supposed to keep it 100. Don't get in no trouble. And don't be talking shit on any form of broadcast you might have. So let's see how he spins this jail. This is going to be the best felony jail arrest you ever heard of.
So I think it was somebody on Kiwi Farms that said last week or early last week, Aaron Steel Toe's been stacking W's lately. Here's what I've learned about streaming and the internet and all that. is that when you start stacking W's, save them. Oh my God, where do we want to start? You want to start it last Thursday?
That helped him, but okay.
We can start it last Thursday. Here's the plan, guys. Because I got people in the Rumble chat. They're like, "Are you sure you should you be on? Should you be on it?
Those moves are standing out today, boy.
We all know what the rules are.
Those moves are extra.
We all know what can and can't be said. So we're going to say what we can. And then to the disappointment of a lot of you here, we're going to do a morning show. The show's going to be essentially what it's been. We'll catch up with my life.
What are you thinking about this new setup, this whole basement-looking setup, Granny?
I mean, it is what it is. I really don't care about that, but like you had to go to jail for you to start doing a show again. What does that fucking say about you and your broadcasting fucking, wherewithal? That you literally had to go to jail in order to just do your show.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I'm gonna go through this because he spins it all kind of ways.
And then we'll do a morning show. So
I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry.
All right.
If you want me to be your monkey, I'm sorry if you hate my guts and you want me to just come on here and just do nothing but spill. You're not going to get that. I apologize. I know that's going to drive you more nuts. I know that's going to bring out your dachshund fingers and everything like that. I can't stop you. Your mental illness for me has consumed you. It's who you are now. I'm sorry.
Way different from the guy that was in jail. Wouldn't you say, Bobby Nick?
As an adult, problems come up. I take steps to fix those problems.
I take steps to fix those problems. Turn yourself in.
That's where we're at right now. I don't think it's any secret that this is going to be an expensive deal. I've already paid for it. For however, long it, I've seen people on message boards go, "Oh, he can't take it to this point because it's expensive and blah, 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 blah." I'm not destitute. I'm not.
We'll see another lie he's trying to convince us of, I guess. Lemmy, thanks for checking in. And I've seen you had your go-arounds with him, and you're not wrong about this one. Gino showed me the type of person he is when Bobby P died. Yeah. He didn't have to go into the lane and talk about him being this or that or the other. No, he went way too harsh in that. He was trying to be edgy at the time, and he was probably sensing that his life was falling apart too, little Lemmy. So there might have been a little bit of that in there, I'm guessing. I don't know, Bobby. What do you think, buddy? I hear you talking over there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. That was just bullshit. Bobby P was a huge fan of his, and he shit all over his grave.
Yeah, he did. And so, right, Lemmy's not wrong about that. There were other clues, but yeah, that was the one. When you can have like compassion for somebody that died, man, and you're a fucking alcoholic yourself, you're kind of piece of shit for saying the shit he did about Bobby P.
Especially after he died. I shit on Bobby P while he was still fucking alive.
Exactly. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it. But you don't act all high and you don't come in like an alcoholic like he is and act all high and mighty after the fact just because you happen to be luckier than somebody else. But rest in peace, Bobby P, just the same. Dream Man is laughing, which is good. FST says Gosling. Gino always came off as somebody pretending to have big dick energy. It is. There's a lot of bravado in there that I'm the guy kind of thing. The alpha con. You're not wrong about that. He will find a way to mess this up. I will bet money on it, says Blummels. Donkey Kong says, the way to tell if something is bullshit or not to see if it's coming out of Aaron's mouth. Simple test. Dachshund fingers. He's got the Dachshund fingers. The Blummel says it's like beer muscle, but with a microphone. You're right, because he falls right back into his cocky ways. He wouldn't be so cocky if he was. You didn't see how cocky he was sitting in front of that camera. Lemmy's getting the love from Manny Diff. Syke says he reads message boards. Jesus, he loves himself. Victoria checks in and says he's not destitute, but he begs endlessly. Thanks for checking in, Victoria. Balls Deep's checking in. Been a minute since I've seen you.
Balls.
How you doing, our friend Balls Deep? The little Lemmy also backs up and says, rest in peace, Bobby, man. Yeah, he did not deserve what Gino said about him or any of that kind of stuff. Mini Crow has got the dab going on.
Fucking Derek killed that man.
Who killed who?
Derek killed Bobby P.
You mean with the pressure and all the things that were kind of being said? You think that's a theory?
Yeah. Yeah, he made a demand and it cost Bobby P his life.
Damn. Well, there you go. That's the opinion of our boy Granny right here, putting the pressure on him. There you go, fucking around. Shout out everybody. Let's see. Aaron continually acts like the production of his big time show costs so much money, and it's literally the most low rent shit on the internet, says Donkey Kongington. Balls Deep is getting the dab from Little Lemmy, and Lemmy's getting it right back from Balls Deep. Gesha says, I didn't get a chance to watch Bobby P. He seemed like a fun guy. I had I was on air with him a couple times, and yeah, he was a fun guy, like to hang around and bullshit, just like a lot of us, but just like many of us, he had his demons too, and his issues, and sometimes they get the better of you. So rest in peace, Bobby P. He tried to do something about it, but maybe it was a little too late and it just wasn't meant to be, but rest in peace, buddy. Granny says Pat Dixon was right about the whole Geno punch, huh? The whole bunch of it's all adding up now, isn't it, Granny?
Yeah. I'm Team Dixon on that one, man. You one-tap that motherfucker, too.
Yeah, he did. You know, at first, on the surface, I was like, well, you don't just roll up onto a guy and turn him around and punch him. You kind of, if you're going to have it out with him about something, but yeah, kind of knowing who Geno is, and in hindsight, it's like you just walk into place, turn around, bap, I'm done, I'm good. It's so funny. And yeah, Pat, he seems like he's happy with that decision.
Other than he can't fucking talk about it, but yeah, no, Pat, honestly, man, like at first I kind of was on Geno's side, as much as that pains me to say. Yeah. And then I started talking to Pat Dixon. I was like, this Italian motherfucker just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I get it now.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that he did have, he knew what he was doing when he had Pat's ex on the show. He knew that it was going to get Pat pissed off and it was going to lead to something bad. He knew.
Yeah, and Pat's just old school, man. That's just kind of how you deal with shit. You fucking pissed me off really bad. Let's have a fight about it, right?
Hey, see, you have my girl on the show. I'm gonna punch you out, sucker. There, see. Bobby P was a good heart and a kind soul, says Balls Deep. There you go. Yeah. Little Lemmy checks in and says, giving the hearts to Mandy D. We have a new friend Chris checking in with the Smurf. What's up, everyone? What's up with you, Chris? We're just hanging out with BF Live with the boys. We're talking about this radio genius, Aaron here. Chris is getting the love from Balls Deep, and Chris is giving it back right to Balls Deep. Lemmy's getting the love from Chris. Lemmy's throwing out the love. Hey, Chris from Mini Crow. What's up, Mini Crow from Chris? Talented musician and an absolute well of obscure knowledge. That is one of the things that I was learning about on Bobby P too, is that, yeah, he was like kind of this, he was always kind of loose, maybe high and drunk and playing his guitar and all. But when you slowed him down and when you talked to him, yeah, he had a lot of opinions on stuff and a lot more educated than a lot of people maybe would.
Yeah, he could drop some shit on you, man. Like,
he would. He had some deep opinions about life and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
What a great freeze frame, by the way. He looks demented as fuck in that freeze frame that you got going on the screen.
Hey, brother, and look, it's like with this guy, it's hard to pause it at a place where he wouldn't look like a fucking bozo, because we talk about, and Scott's talked about it before, the way his hands go around and all that stuff, just and the weird positions he sits in when his wrist is left a certain way.
Yeah. And Mercado said he was gay. Remember, don't forget that.
Well, you know, a lot of people played around with that, like asking if they had sword fights or something, or if they met, you know, compared hogs or something like that. But yeah, there's a little something about this guy because he talks so much. He's hiding something, and that's the impression I've always gotten of this guy. Like, this guy is full of shit, and he's hoping that we believe it. But let's keep watching some more of this and see what he gets into, because he says some shit.
You know, I'm not broke. You know, this business runs itself on a shoestring. That's true. Our goals, you know, pretty much break us even. Gives a few $100 of breathing room every month. But
do you have any theories on why the goal is different every day? Like, if you know what you got and what you're running, why wouldn't the goal be the same every day? Him with this fucking ever-moving goal target, I'll never understand that, Granny.
I guess it's because he does the two shows. And I mean, this is probably the way that he would explain it. And so the goal is what isn't met the night before. So he like overlaps it, right? He's got the set day goal. And then if he can't accomplish that in two shows, he overlaps it into the next show. That's the way I understand it.
That's the most it's ever sounded like it ever made any sense to me. And yeah, I assume there was probably some takeover. But after a while, if you don't watch every day, you just get confused in the math, and you're like, "What is this fucking guy talking about the goal today or whatever?" Gesha says Aaron loved Nick's clam chowder recipe. Oh shit! But
I mean, that goal is still pretty fucking extreme because it's. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the number is, but it's north of $1,000 a day. I mean, it's got to be like 600 or maybe 7, somewhere in there, and which is fucking a nice day's pay if you ask me.
It is, but there's I mean, and I understand you got to do this sometimes, but just the constant with the goal and the begging and the grifting and all that stuff. It's that, like, sometimes I go, maybe if you do a show, you wouldn't have to mention that you need to make the goal so much. You know, that's kind of my take on that.
Yeah, but he is convinced that bringing it up all the fucking time helps it come in.
Wow.
And fucking maybe it does. I don't know. I mean, I guess he makes it there's so many fucking theories out there that he's paying himself, which doesn't make any sense. I've heard that about a lot of people. Why are you going to pay 30% to make yourself look better?
Yeah. Some people, right? I've heard that too. That's ridiculous. Why? Right? Take 30% of your own money away. Sometimes I like to imagine Aaron mowing the lawn by himself, trying to figure out why the grass won't meet the goal. That's interesting. Jesus gases when he talked about the chowder recipe. Let's see if we can get through more of this.
I got a buck or two squirreled away. So, people are like, oh, can he do this? Can he take it to here? I'd like to see him take it here. I can go anywhere. I mean, I can go anywhere we need to. It's already paid for.
Those titties are on point today.
I will say this. Todd Peterson, my attorney, Todd V. Peterson. I love that I have a lawyer whose name sounds like a Supreme Court case. Todd V. Peterson. He's great, man. I found out about the warrant on Thursday. I was already out to the cabin. It was funny watching the comments.
So this sounds like cover too, buddy. So he says he found out about it on Thursday. We knew we were all heading into a holiday weekend. My theory is that he ran as fast as he fucking could to avoid getting processed over the long weekend, right?
Yeah, an extra day in fucking jail, dude. You got a lot of time to fucking think about that shit.
But he has to spin it. No, I wasn't evading arrest or nothing like that. I was already going to my thing. I didn't run like a little bitch. So I'm taking that as...
Sorry. You know how many motherfuckers sitting there mad as fuck they got arrested on a Friday? Because they have to wait the whole weekend, dude.
Absolutely, right. So he knew that, but this is cover. Like, you can hear his bullshit cover statements because he knows everybody's saying, oh, you were evading arrest, and he's going to go in here with his story. No, let me reassure you that I wasn't scared at all, and I was already planning on to go to my cabin. This is him saving face.
I pretty much stayed off of social media, but anytime I would see any comments, anytime something would pop up on my phone, it would, there would be people who hate steel toe. They'd be like, he's on the lam. He's on the lam. I was at my cabin. I had a whole weekend planned. I had the cabin.
How much fun was that, Granny? I think you've had interactions with the justice system in the United States at some point. How do you think he felt being in a nice cabin up in Minnesota, knowing that Monday morning you're going to have to turn yourself in? Does that make for a good weekend, buddy? What do you think?
I mean, you better go late so you get processed overnight so you can sleep. Yeah, it seems like you're running. I mean, I've had warrants before, dude. I know what it's like. You fucking duck in car, tell people not to speed, always wear your seatbelt. Shit like that.
Yep. All right. Let's keep on with it.
And then Sunday it was going to the state fair, and then Monday I was just kind of taking her easy. So Thursday I find out about this warrant, and I just looked and I went, horse shit. Obviously,
yes, I see what you're doing.
Want my
with your
opinion
hands,
on
that is classic. I'm lying shit, dude. Like,
fucking A, bro. Yep, I'm full of shit. And I'm nervous, and I can't disguise.
If you want a comment from me, if you want me to discuss that part of it, Todd V. Peterson is my attorney. Horseshit. But I talked to Todd on Thursday.
Well, once again, Granny, he believes you can't see that. You're not a grown-ass man that you've figured out these things over the years. You're going to believe what comes out of his mouth. You're not going to believe what you see. That's what he thinks about.
I believe I'd steal all this motherfucker's money in poker, dude.
There you go, right.
About
he ain't bluffing you.
Todd is board certified. He's the man. He's awesome. He is an encyclopedia. So Thursday I talked to him. Kind of gives me the rundown of everything. Friday, we get everything signed. Within a half hour of having everything signed, Todd
you could
has
not have a fun, good weekend up in a cabin knowing that Monday morning it's going to ruin my whole weekend. Like, fuck, this is all good and all, but I got to go turn myself into the fucking authorities on Monday morning, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could learn to ignore it for those couple days, knowing what's
Good.
coming. But yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, just have
has
be like,
multiple
"Fuck, this is
motions
gonna
out.
be bad."
He's already contacting Stearns County. So find out about it Thursday at the cabin. The problem is there are hundreds, if not thousands, of warrants out on people. You can't just show up and grab them all. So we let everyone know.
Once again, making a timing excuse that I didn't turn myself in early because everyone knows that they have thousands. So I made this decision to turn myself in Monday to help the police.
That needed to know that on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., coming in.
Now, keep that comment in mind because he said he's told everybody that he's turning himself in. But listen how he ended up going in.
But I had a great weekend, went to the lake, spent it with the family, the kids, everybody else. Sunday, went with a couple of friends to the state fair. Sunday, got on stage, and I actually sang karaoke. Monday, I went paddleboarding for the first time. Cue your gay jokes. Go ahead. And then, so Tuesday comes around, and I get up. I hit the snooze button. I slept till 5:30. I was asleep till 5:10. I slept till 5:30. I get showered. I put my
I'm gonna go
I put
through
my
a little bit of this.
shirt getting through the window. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, wait, here we go. I want this
my
part
socks
here.
on. As I'm getting my shoes on downstairs, there's a knock at the door and a flashlight through the window. And I'm like, motherfucker, come on.
So that they came for him, Granny. Now, he just said in the previous statement, you know, typically you've heard of this before. If you lawyer up, your lawyer calls up and says, hey, we understand there's a warrant out for my client's arrest. Our intention is to turn ourselves in on this day. So if he really told them about, either he didn't tell them or they gave no fucks and they came and got his ass. So they put on a little performance and took him out of his house, bro.
Yeah, but they could have been worried about him running since the warrant was issued during the week and he chose so long.
So there you go. So now that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the differences in the bullshit here. That's exactly what we're. Yep.
I'm just like they
came for his ass. They were like, nah, son, we don't care what your lawyer said. Even if his lawyer did say it, he might have just thought, you know what? Fuck them. Don't keep it on the down low. I'm up at the cabin and we'll just quietly turn ourselves in Monday. Hush, hush, hush. I think that's probably closer to what happened.
Like it was known that I was coming. And I think because it was known I was coming, that I think that's why they showed up.
What sense does that make, Granny?
None. It doesn't
because
make any
they
fucking
knew
sense.
I was coming. That's why they showed up. What a fucking moron. What a fucking
I think they
I
were
do.
just gonna come to your house and snatch you up, dude. That's usually what they do.
Right.
I have nothing to go on with that other than my personal belief. But
it makes no fucking sense. You said a nonsensical statement. Because they knew I was coming, I think that's why they came and got me.
They wanted to do it. It felt like. So I will say this.
Let me guess. The cops
Officer
aren't steel toe
Toma
fans.
could not have been cooler. In fact,
what a gay
we'll
move,
go through.
dude. What a gay fucking move.
Sucking up to the
that-
cops?
Yeah, and officer. Oh, the arresting officer. I've been arrested a bunch of fucking times. You know how many fucking names I remembered on the badge? None. Not one.
Not one. That's right. I agree with that. I totally get that.
Through this as we kind of walk through what the process was.
I thought this was a bitch move too, because this is him trying to own everything. The cop was great. The jail cell was great. The person that cooked the food was great. Everyone was great to me.
Everyone at Stearns County was so remarkably nice and so remarkably cool and so incredibly professional. They were all the officers are awesome people. They were all super nice.
What's that, bro?
Dude, how much dick are you gonna suck in like one fucking clip? No,
It's
fuck
pathetic.
them officers. They just arrested you, dude.
Right. He's trying to act like he's owning the people that came and got him and owns him, right? This is more spin. This is spin.
It was, and especially now seeing what they deal with on a daily basis. Holy shit.
What they did. That's terrible.
While I was being booked after my court appearance, one of the deputies as he's asking me medical questions, somebody has just been freaking out this entire time. I mean, like, you're like, blah, 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 blah. And he just looks at me and he smiles. He goes, "You sure you don't want to stick around?" I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll go home. That's all right. So he comes up. I let him in. I said, "Hey, literally, you see me with all my clothes on, you know."
I'm thinking that none of this was said. I'm thinking they aggressively opened the door, and he opened the door like a bitch saying, "Yes, officer,"
and everything. I'm putting my shoes on. I'm on my way in. I'm coming. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't hit snooze, I'd have been gone already.
See, it's just the snooze, Granny. He would have been ahead of the cops too, man. Just for one snooze.
One snooze, 5:30 in the morning, man. Just heading off to
"Dad,
jail.
rules are I got to take you." Blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking for phones and wallets and all the stuff that I'm going to bring with me.
Dildo.
Number, piece of paper with my attorney's number and a couple other phone numbers on it. And he's very patient while I round up all of these things, while I say goodbye and everything else. He could not have been more professional. We walk out together and he goes, "Why don't you come down the road a ways? I'll cuff you over here. We'll do it kind of by the corner of the front of the vehicle. We'll do it in front of you."
Do it front. See, everything went his way, bro. Everything. They put the cuffs in the front instead of the back. They took him out of the neighbor's way like anybody would know or give a fuck how many neighbors were looking at the
neighbors
time.
don't have to see
Everything
him.
went
I was
perfect.
like, you know what?
He
I
wasn't
appreciate
embarrassed.
that. Thank you. Here's a dick move, and I thought this was funny. He purposely changed the station to 101.7 and the Johnny Rock Show. I feel.
You think he did that on purpose, Granny? He's
like
probably.
that
I don't think that fucking happened. I don't think that happened at all.
I think that cop was not a steel toe fan. I think that's why he arrested me.
On purpose. The only thing is, I don't know if they just don't do anything on that show. It was all music the whole time.
Look at that, how he can't fathom a show on fucking radio that plays only music and doesn't have him babbling 24/7 on it.
Which
Another
is
win
kind
for
of
the toe.
But and I'm in the back of the car and I just ask him, I go, "Do you mind if I go into my pocket, get my phone, email my attorney, let him know, on the way?" He said, "Yeah, it's fine." Could not have been cooler, could not have been nicer. We sit in the intake garage there.
Cooler,
and we're
nicer.
joking and we're laughing and we're just, talking
up.
some shit. And
Yeah.
so far, this whole experience, like I was dreading this all weekend.
There you go. There you go. That's what I touched on. He was dreading it all fucking weekend, Granny. It was in his head.
Never had anything like this, thrust upon me, shall we say. And I'm sitting there and we're joking and it's the easiest time. It's
great, Granny.
I'm sitting here going, what the hell was I so worried about? What the hell was I so, so far Todd's been amazing. This
Fucking
officer's
Todd,
been
man. Shout
incredibly
out.
nice and really professional.
Fucking Todd.
So I get into the part where they search you. So they bring you in.
Now he's getting down
couple
to
of doors
name-dropping.
buzz. You go through those security doors for intake, and they meet you and they take your wallet and your phone and your key.
Here comes
Well, I don't think I brought
somebody
my keys,
staring
but
at your butthole, dude. Yeah, it always
all
gets
of that
real when
stuff.
somebody looks at your butthole.
Well, I think he's going to touch on this in a second. Let's see if I think he does talk about that.
They take
Because
all
I think he might end up a little disappointed.
all of those things, and they search you. They don't get you naked and stick shit up your butt. That's not what they do.
See? But he's bummed out already. Like, damn, I was looking forward to that part.
But as they search you and everything else, we were talking and we're just bullshitting and just they're telling jokes and I'm joking back with that. It was, this is going to sound weird to say. The first few minutes of it were fun.
There you go. There's the spin, buddy. It was fun. Fun. Wasn't your didn't you have fun, Granny, when you got processed? It was fun, wasn't it?
No, man. Not
No.
once.
Not once.
I was having a good
No,
time. I couldn't
it's
believe
almost like they take you somewhere and you're not allowed to leave, even if you want to a lot.
Wow, that's very interesting because he makes it sound great here, Granny. I don't know about
how
you.
professional Officer Toma was in the arrest and all of that.
Officer Toma.
I get to intake, and the first thing the woman says at intake, she goes, "Wow, you're gonna be the best dressed guy here." And I'm like, "Yeah."
That's not a compliment in jail. That means you're going to stand out like a sore fucking thumb, right? When you're the
Shit.
guy that shows up in the suit and everybody else is in like regular street clothes, they're like, "Look at this fucking clown," right? The best guy.
And she opens up my wallet. They got to take out all the cards. She goes, well, she sees a Caesar's Palace, an MGM Grand, a Mystic Lake, and 2 Hinkley.
Oh, somebody's
game
doing
cards.
well.
Ooh.
The
look at him and that fucking smile.
Players Club cards. She goes, wow, this guy really likes Vegas and gambling. I'm like, and I told her, I go, yeah, if you guys would all cut it out, I could afford to go back. So they do all that.
Great line,
I get
wasn't it?
put
But
in
she loved
the
it.
holding cell, where there's some, you kind of see it on TV. There's like 10, 15 people in there. There was one other guy in there. He was in there for a DUI. He smelled, as people arrested overnight for DUI tend to be. He was stinky. It smelled in there. And they gave me a little orange coffee cup that had some cheese and crackers in it and some vanilla cream sandwich cookies. Wow. I was like, oh, this is nice. And one of the officers goes, I think there's one tray still left over for breakfast. Would you like it? I'm like, I'm not going to turn it down.
Damn, he got the cold tray, bro.
I get it. And it's a thing of Fruit Loops.
He got this shit nobody wanted.
And this really cheapy cinnamon roll thing. Not the best, but very sticky, whatever. And then an apple juice and a milk. And the first thing I do is I take my apple juice. I would have loved to have this apple juice. I really would have. It would have been a delicious apple.
But Aaron's a great guy.
But I give it to the DUI guy. He looked like he was having a tough time.
Yeah, because he was tough. You gotta. They wouldn't have gave him one, Granny. So Aaron had to give him his. He's a nice dude. He's a great dude, man.
And plus, it meant I might be able to butt fuck this guy later if I'm here for too long.
Yeah,
wow.
That's it. Now we're really getting into it because
So I get
now we know really
give
what
it
he was
to
looking
DUI
forward to.
guy.
It was in his mind.
He takes
They
it.
already talked about how they don't stick things up your butt when they check your ass out. He was already disappointed in that, right?
They don't, but they look at that motherfucker.
They one of them.
No, they don't spread. No, there ain't no cheek spreading. Let's not get fucking crazy. Okay. No, but they gaze at it a little bit while you're squatting and coughing.
I bet he gazed at it too.
Thank you. We start talking. He was really bummed out. Like he was really depressed. And then they take me to my own cell. And as they take me to my own cell, they're, again, very nice, joking. Yeah, so far they're being
super time. Weren't they laughing and slapping your back, Granny, when they were processing you and taking you to your holding cell, buddy? Ain't that what they all do?
I have been laughed at because I did get arrested for putting a sticker on a light pole. Yeah, they were joking a fucking lot about that one.
I bet they were. And I heard you tell that story a couple weeks ago. You told it how you got arrested in a chat for a fucking sticker, bro. That is a crazy ass story.
Trust me, they were fucking laughing pretty good at me. Yeah,
I bet they were. But
it's like a hotel stay where you can't leave.
There you go, Granny. Now he's got it down to a hotel stay, but like you said, but you can't leave if you wanted to.
I mean, they brought me some blankets and some other stuff, and it really was it was a hotel stay where there was a certain checkout time, and you're not allowed to leave before that checkout time. The only thing I remember thinking
he checked himself in. I saw it online. He checked himself at approximately 6:15 a.m. his time. You're telling me between 6:15 and the time that he got processed that day to do a Zoom meeting that they gave him food and blankets and praise and all this stuff happened in that little period of time. I'm sure.
How long was he there?
I can't imagine it was that long, Granny. They said that he turned himself in Monday morning. I think at was it Monday or Tuesday morning? I'm getting the days mixed up. But it was like 6 a.m. his time, and I think he got his Zoom meeting and got processed, and she waived that $75,000 bail the same day. But in the meantime, all of this fun action happened. They were so nice to him and gave him blankies and food and all kind of stuff.
What was last?
Yeah. I mean, you usually don't get you'll get trays and shit in booking, but you usually don't get all your shit until you go back to the pod or wherever the fuck they're taking you.
Right, I think they said they're taking him to his cell or whatever. But let's see,
was because they bring you a phone and you could make a call, and then if you had a free phone call, and then you can call your attorney as many times you want. I don't know if I was supposed to be Mirandized or not. I was never Mirandized. I don't know.
This is him being a podcast lawyer. He's seen it on television one time. He's trying to hoping that if he wasn't Mirandized, that none of this sticks. Granny is what I'm getting out of this because he
I don't
says
think you have to be Mirandized on a warrant though, because you've already been charged with the crime.
And with April's, I saw that during her arraignment or whatever, the hearing of charges, that the judge actually did like kind of Mirandize her and let her know you have the right to an attorney and all that kind of shit right there. I don't know if we just didn't maybe see that part of this hearing, but
know if that's an issue.
So he's hoping it's an issue.
Emailed that to my attorney yesterday. I'm like, oh, nobody ever read me my rights.
So get this case thrown out of court,
I was never brought into a room.
That's probably what he said.
Questioned or anything like that. But I was, I thought that was weird. I was like, I'll keep this under my hat until after court. That nobody ever Mirandized
LA
me.
law.
Maybe they don't have to. I don't know. But
Cop Rock.
I remember thinking when they put me in the cell by myself, I didn't have too much time to really think or anything like.
How's Bubba going to get to me here?
Because one of the officers came up. He goes, "You want a book or something?" I said, "Sure, I'll take a book. Whatever you got." Brings me 2 books by this guy, David Baldacci, who writes
Food,
like
blankies, books. He's in a holding
detective
cell waiting a Zoom meeting to get processed.
Detective fiction. And it was these 2 people.
Just boring
was
shit.
Like 105 pages.
Yeah.
Pretty like I just took my light.
Nobody gives a fuck about what you read and fucking
then did court, didn't have to say a word. I was just sitting there, a mannequin, a statue.
Like April
Todd and I
was.
talked beforehand. Pretty informal.
And you're
You
right,
know?
bro, because the whole time that we were saying in the chat, hey, April's fucked up. She's on drugs. She's strung out or something. And yeah, he fucking denied it and make everybody feel like that we were all like lying assholes for pointing out what we could all clearly see. And now that's all he talks about is how she was like on a fucking cokehead all the time.
Oh, and blamed Lemmy. Blamed Lemmy for April's fucking disappearance as well. Like, yeah, April's not here because people on the internet, and it was right after the BYB fucking interview. And yeah, there was blame put on Lemmy for April not being on the show because she couldn't take it, but it was more she was getting dicked down by Nick Ricada and doing blow.
Yeah, and Don, I think that isn't it true? Am I recalling this right? That Lemmy and April did have some kind of private conversations of support between each other during that time.
They
right?
did, yeah. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know what was said or whatever, but yeah.
So that's what it is. He's just trying to cut down the girl talk. Like, look, I know you girls are talking amongst yourself without the Aaron filter, but let me tell you what to believe, you ladies that don't know how to, talk amongst yourselves, kind of thing. He was just. It sounded like he was just scared that the truth might being told about him to Lemmy, and so I'm sure he just then in turn he has to attack Lemmy because Lemmy's going to say the right thing to support April.
Absolutely.
So now, in his eyes, that Lemmy is just Team April, and forget her.
That whole process is not like I'm gonna prove my, this is bullshit and all that. You don't do that there. It's just you stand there. They tell you, you can't talk about this, that. See you later. Get the fuck out of here, and then you get the fuck out of there.
And that's That's what really bothered
I'm reading
him
the
is
book.
the fact that
I'm taking a nap.
April was speaking about him to other people without his fucking bullshit filter.
Oh no, I guarantee you, even when they were talking, I look, man, you got an old lady. I don't check her phone. I don't give a fuck. Wait,
same. I don't check the phone either.
No, and who would? You know what I mean? Like, who would check the phone, dude?
Somebody like that guy. Somebody like him that needs to know everything that's being said about him on any level. Yes.
Yeah. And control every situation that he thinks he can.
Right. And when he realizes he has no control and maybe some true shit is being said about him, what does he do? He attacks that person. That's what he does.
Take a nap, and then I'm out. Well, they booked me. And by the way, can we have an honest discussion? Are you guys just going to be all day? Or can we have an honest discussion about that mugshot?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The best felony conviction you ever seen. It was like a hotel experience. The people were great. 5-star. What else you think is great about it? Whoop.
I'm not destitute. Canon shit.
Here you go.
Who either has a firm or knows somebody. You're correct.
Let's see.
Let's
go to the picture. Here it is.
Look at
there
me.
It is.
I got color.
The best.
I'm all tan and
there it is, Granny. I don't know what yours look like, bro, but I bet you didn't look nowhere near that good or fucking dorky in your fucking mugshot, buddy.
No, I just got arrested, man. I was pissed off.
Look at that. I mean, he's complimenting the cops. He's smiling like it's fucking photo day at junior high school.
Yeah.
Bragging on a mugshot. Good.
And then they put my fucking ass in the damn magazine that they would release the mugshot. You buy them for $1 at the gas station. They put me in there 3 fucking times.
Oh shit!
They said I had a bad haircut. I was in hack jobs. Like where fuck them, man.
Holy shit. Wow, bragging on a mugshot, win for the tub. But look at this fucking morose motherfucker right here.
Shit. I've seen mugshots of people that are pasty and pale and look like warmed over death.
Did you didn't give a fuck about the quality or how you looked or anything, and you're fucking look at this fucking guy.
And like they're sad and their faces are drawn, whatever. That, as I stand by that mugshot, that's a good mugshot.
Great hotel experience.
I'm happy with that
cops,
mugshot.
Great mugshot.
And you know, I wasn't in a terrible mood when it was taken because all the people there were so professional and nice, and
they gave him a room key, man.
Dare I say, sweet.
Yeah, right.
Everyone there
They gave
was
him a
really
key
cool.
to the prison.
Yeah.
They really were. I cannot say anything bad about
or you'll get arrested.
the fine people.
You fuck.
At the Stearns County Police Department that worked at the jail there. There are some crazy fucking people they deal with, man. There are some crazy people they deal. Oh my God. There was one guy who I'm pretty sure it sounded like he was doing a sermon.
Good point.
The entire time I was there. And it's amazing how you shut those things out over time. It's amazing how quickly while you're there, you just shut stuff like that out. This guy was just, by the end, it was just this low murmur that I heard through the walls. It was just, blah, 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 like the Charlie Brown teacher. It was just, blah, 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 blah. There was another guy who periodically would just start screaming and kicking his door and everything else. I came out of court and one of the female officers was like, oh, I'll just take this bag of piss and I'll dispose of it. And I'm like, oh, there's a bag of piss. That's they got a bag of piss. It took a little while between court and getting me out of there. Like after I was booked and fingerprinted and mugshot and the whole thing, it took a while to get out of
to get back used to society. He had to readjust to society, Granny.
But I laid down.
It took a while
he just
to
came out,
readapt.
dude. He was in for fucking 6 hours. Like, I just have feeling great now.
I read novels. It was great, but the sunlight it burned my eyes. It had been so long since I'd had freedom.
Took a nap, but when I woke up, they were opening the door and saying, "You're free to go."
Standing on a stool, carving Brooks is here into some kind of fucking wood.
yes. Brooks was here. That's right. Yeah, you know he's going to turn this into like, yes, I've done time before. I've been I've had to do and been in jail before. You know that's going to come up at some point when he can. Definitely
sounds good to me. So that was my day in jail. That was my morning in jail, I should say. You know what the worst
so
part
he just
about
said
being
it.
in
All
there
that stuff, all that bullshit happened in a
well,
morning.
one of the things I wanted, the one thing I wanted that I didn't get was I was like, God, you know, I don't know why I just kept thinking this.
By Bubba, we know you were mad because they didn't retain you. Damn it! Why did she have to waive my bail?
So I was like, you know what would really pass the rest of this time real easy? If someone would just come in here and talk Vikings with me. Like I'm excited about the start of the season, and I just wanted to talk about the Vikings.
And it just gets gayer.
Other than that, no complaints. The weirdest thing about being in there for half a day is turning on your phone after you get it back and just waiting. Like you're just sitting there and you're waiting, and it's just all. I set it down on a table while I was waiting for my ride to come pick me up.
Mm-hmm. Fascinating.
And, as I set it down on the table, it was just. I mean, for a solid minute and a half, 2 minutes straight.
Fascinating.
It was just vibrate. If I would have shoved the thing up my ass, the whole lobby would have been filled with splooge. It would have.
What in the fuck?
Something would have got to the old prostate.
See, I told you he missed Bubba.
But that was my
Had
weekend.
to put prostate talk
That
in
was
there.
my day in jail.
That was it. That was it.
Well, learned a couple things. Aaron likes to get his butthole fingered.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good prisoner.
No.
You know, I mean, maybe after time you learn, you know what I mean? How to be in there. And it didn't sound like too much bullshit other than everything was great.
Right, yeah. He bloviated it, blew up everything to be more than it was. But you can totally see him he'd be like that Tracy Morgan prison bitch character where he would wear the handkerchief like in the knot on top of the head going, "Hey girl, tate chante." I mean, he would bitch up so fucking quick and so willingly. You could see it. I think he's upset that he didn't get a chance to.
And he was like, he damn near demanded them to look at his butthole. Like almost like, I'm not fucking leaving until somebody looks at my asshole.
Yeah, you heard the disappointment. I was like, and no, they don't look at the assholes like I was promised and told to. Yeah, it was almost like he was disappointed in that statement. Well, Granny, it is 22 minutes after 3 o'clock where I'm at, brother. I normally do a 3-hour show. I appreciate you not only joining, but sticking around kind of after that, bro. I'm sure you got some other shit to get to. You got some plugs you want to throw out there, brother? Tell everybody where they can find some Granny action when they're not here.
Yeah, man, check us out, Corn Diff on YouTube, corndiff.com. Yeah, check us out Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 Eastern, and Sundays at 2 Eastern, man. Fucking come hang out.
I was watching you guys last night and got some good fun and some good information out of that. So I check in every now and then. Hey, y'all, first time here, says Jackie. Oh, and Aaron sucks. Well, thank you, Jackie. This is just a midday hang. I do this every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3-ish East, and we're well into the ish, Jackie. So come back again on another day. We have fun and segments, and friends like Granny stop in. He would be washing boxers for sure. He would.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you wrap up and do everything else. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Granny. Thanks for
good one, Granny.
And big ups to you. There you go, Granny. Thanks, man. I appreciate him checking in, Bobby Nick. He said like a week or two ago when I first started talking about this, he's like, "Hey, man, if you ever talk about Aaron, holler at your boy." So I did. I was happy, and I was happy that you could come on short notice, brother. So thanks for Granny. Check him out on the Corn Diff Show, hanging out with those guys. The lovely Lemmy checks in. Thank you for the hearts, Lemmy, and thank you for your participation today. We hit the goal. The goal was to have fun and to hang out with you, and we beat the shit out of the goal. So thanks for joining us here today. Please stop by every day, Monday through Friday, like I said before, BF Live, but the fun is not over. This is midday Freaks. This is midweek Freaks because it's Wednesday, so I'm not done podcasting yet. I know Bobby Nick, he's never done podcasting, so I will quickly let you know that tonight you will be able to see more of me if you already couldn't get enough today. Come on, hang out with me tonight on Replayables on the Levyverse at 8 o'clock East. We drink, we smoke, we laugh, we joke, we hang out with you, we spin the wheel when you guys throw us super chats, and we see what kind of fun and trouble we can get into. So let's do that during the week. You can't wait for Friday to have fun. Midweek Freaks, Replayables on the Levyverse tonight. So at that, Norm checks in and says, "Prison Aaron is greater than Prison Mike." What's up, Norm, checking in? Hey, thanks for everybody for all these new friends checking in to BF Live. Please stop back again every day, Monday through Friday, for more fun. But now, this is the time of the program where I will thank, since he changed his shot, thank you, Scott Fitzpatrick. Scott Fitzpatrick. That could be as your permanent background forever. Thanks, Scott, for joining us, man. I know that I was talking to Grand Extended. I know your back hurts and you had to jump and all that stuff, but I always appreciate you being here, brother. And now it is that time of the show. It is that time of the show where I turn the show over to Bobby Nick Havens for a little bit. We'll sit back and relax, have something to drink as he tells us all his plugs and where you can be able to find him later today.
Yeah, sit down, relax, folks. Eat a meal, make a meal. You'll be able to do it in this time. Because I got a lot of plugs for you. You can check me out tomorrow in the lounge. Yeah, we're doing it. Right after Bobby Fran's show ends. We're doing it. And then, I'll be going over to Rumble probably like 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be playing some music videos. And for the low, low price of $1, you can see what you want.
It's a
so there you go. Program my show, folks. Program my show. Rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. Get over there on Rumble. Come on. Now. Go follow. Please. No Filter with Andrew and Friends. Of course, that's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Me and Andrew do that, and a bunch of knuckleheads, including Scott. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow as well. And right here, BF Live, every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 3-ish. We are definitely in the ish today, motherfuckers. So, we're
spend
doing
lots of time in the ish today, Bobby Nick, on this show, don't we?
Yeah. Catalano TV.
Yes.
Alpha Shot Lounge, Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And of course, that's home of Joey C. And I'll be over there in a few minutes, busting some balls with Lou and Joey C. So check that out. And yeah, Jason Bardo X, bored half to death. It's not a show, but it's a fun hang. So check it out every single midnight. So yeah, do that at JBX is God. And
all right, Bobby Nick.
Finally done. I swear.
What is your comment on this one? Smegma in your ass says, heads up, Joey C is going to start charging people to be on their show. Uh-oh.
Well,
not Bobby Nick. He wouldn't charge Bobby Nick. Because, like Space G75 says, Bobby Nick is a Canadian hero. He says Bobby Nick's a Canadian hero. He says Bob Levy is an American hero. He's right on all counts. So once again, thanks for Granny for dropping in today. Thanks for Scott Fitzpatrick. Thanks for Bobby Nick Havens. And thanks for everybody who stops by here every day. Please come in and check in BF Live every day because you never know what's going to happen. Hell, I don't even know half the time. Great people like Granny might just drop in. But what we do is we gather here every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock to 3-ish East. I write down some stuff and we do it live. I write it and we do it live. So, and Smegman Your Ass says, I'm undercover. So, for Bobby Nick Havens, for Scott Fitzpatrick, for Aaron, I guess, I don't know, and for Stormy, everybody else, thanks for joining us here today. I want to let everybody know and spread the word that tomorrow, Thursday, the 5th of September, be right here for BF Live because our special guest will be the one and only, the Big Kahuna Nui. He's been kind of on the down low for the last 2 weeks or so. Ever since the DabbleCon happened and all, he's been catching up on work and catching up on life. Well, we're going to catch up with him and see what he's been up to, what he thinks his future is with podcasting and all the kind of stuff. Anything else he wants to talk about, we will do that tomorrow with the one and only Kahuna Nui over here. The Terry Nee says, kick the like bean, y'all. Kick it, lick it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, we are out of here because that was BF Live Stream Show 140 today. I will see you tonight on the Levy-verse, 8 o'clock right here, a Levy-verse on YouTube, 8 o'clock for replayables. Drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. So once again, for Bobby, for Scott, thanks Granny for stopping in again, and please stop by every day for BF Live because you never know how much fun we're going to get into here. Right. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow right here on BF Live and see you later on tonight on the Levy-verse. Later, Bobby Nick. We're out of here, y'all.
Peace out, everybody.
Good night. Have a great day, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and enjoy the rest of your week. See you.